Alright, let's do an Ironclad one then. Watcher's dead to us anyway. What does she even watch? Okay, so we get card remove. Generally, you don't want to choose that. The Ironclad starting relic, or sorry, you need your strikes from your starting deck, and the strikes are also the card you want to remove. So you need them to kill a Gremlin Nub. This is good if you can get a snipe on it, particularly if that snipe is a Mega Elite. Oh, that's too bad. 14-1. Well, it's still an incredible streak. Absolutely an achievement. Sits a new high water mark. Although it was Watcher only, which is kind of the... It's the only... if you were going to pick a streak to try and win on, Watcher only is definitely the one you would pick. Lose all gold to transform 2. I pretty much never choose this one. It's pretty bad. It could be really good. It's really high variance. But you don't really need something high variance from Niao, generally. Although, I mean, there's merit to it, right? If you get 2 cards that are, like, highly aligned, if you get, like a Feel No Pain and a Juggernaut or something, it's like, alright, I know exactly what this deck is supposed to do. Or you could get, like, a Demon form and be way ahead of the curve on that. But you're losing, presumably, 2 strikes, and, like, if you don't get back attacks, or things that deal damage at least as much as strikes, you're going to be behind, and that's, like, pretty likely. So I don't generally like this. Also, it costs all your gold. Why does that cost gold? It's like not even that good. And then this swapping on a starting relic is bad as Ironclad. Ironclad has one of the 2 best starting relics, Burning Blood and Cracked Core, are kind of tied, and difficult to compare. So I never do this one as Ironclad. So a lot of crummy options here. Let's take a look at our pathing and see if we have an elite snipe. Looks like we do. So we can go here through these question marks to this guy. And that has approximately a 40% chance of succeeding. Or, sorry, 60% chance of succeeding. It is more than 50. We have a slightly higher chance if we go through here because we're only going through 2 question marks. So we only have 2 opportunities to be interrupted. I think that makes it go up to like 70 or 80%. I did the math on this one time, but I don't remember. It does force us to go through an early shop, though, which is not ideal. Actually... Oh no, we can't get 2 snipes. I have gotten 2 snipes before, but if this wasn't a fight, if this was like another question mark, we could snipe this guy and this guy by going through 2 shops. Which would be nuts. No snipe on the left path. Actually, that left path is so insane. 5 fights and then an elite. Good luck. Okay, so we can theoretically get snipes on this guy or this guy. This guy's a little bit higher probability. And then either way, we're only getting 2 elites in the act. Either this one or this one for the second one. Oh wait, we can get both. We have to dodge all the fires to do it, but we can go this way. Okay, so let's go left. I don't like the early shop, and I kind of do like having all these question marks. So let's go left. Alright, I think we're going to take Niao's Lament. This is bad, this is bad, this is bad, so it's like, alright, I guess we're taking Niao's Lament. Lace, you're dead to me. Also, just dead. Headbutt on floor 1's great. Headbutt's probably one of the top 3 Ironclad damage commons for floor 1. Probably, let's see, what would the other one be? It's like Headbutt and, maybe like Clothesline. Clothesline's pretty good on floor 1. Wild Strike. Those are like, I think, my top 3. Yeah, so Headbutt's really good. Perfected Strike is kind of good too, but it needs to be like going with a relic or going with a bonus from Niao or something to pick it on floor 1. That's not the situation. So we'll take Headbutt. Hope to find a Limit Break or something. Okay, 1 question mark down, no fights yet. Oh, this one's a fight. Snipe denied. Okay, well that's fine. Wow, 2nd Perfected Strike. I guess we were supposed to choose that. Reckless Charge is actually nuts. Reckless Charge is a card that seems on the face of it to be kind of bad. You're like, why would I want Reckless Charge? But then in reality, you end up wanting to pick... So for Act 4, there's lots of debuffs flying around. There's lots of statuses. The Act 4 elites give you burns. The Heart gives you all of the status effects. 1 of each. And so you want to have an evolve in your deck at some point. And if you have an evolve in your deck, then the downside of Reckless Charge is really nothing. And if you have an evolve in your deck and a Feel No Pain in your deck, and you probably do eventually want to have a Feel No Pain in your deck, then actually Reckless Charge has an upside where it blocks for you later. In addition to being 0 mana deal 7 damage, which is like, you know, an infinite ratio. So it's kind of an insane card. You want like 5 copies of Reckless Charge eventually in your Ironclad deck. You never get that many because it's an uncommon, but I think it's Reckless Charge here by a mile. Disarm's good too. What's our boss here? Hexaghost. Disarm is crazy against Hexaghost. Disarm's also crazy against the Heart if we're talking about making decisions based around the Heart on floor 3. Which I, to be fair, I was doing for Reckless Charge. But Disarm is way, way, way worse against Gremlin Knob and Sentries and Lagavulin. It's okay against Lagavulin, but we need damage for Gremlin Knob, so let's take Reckless Charge. Okay. Generally, the reason I don't pick Niaz Lament on Ironclad is because Ironclad already like is health neutral or heals on early hallway fights. So right now we're at 75. And we're trying to we'd try to heal for 6 with our Burning Blood, but we can't because we're at full health, so we're kind of wasting some value. We like paid a lot for this Niaz Lament, and we're not getting anything out of it this fight. We probably would have not taken any damage either way. I think we probably want to try and save Liquid Bronze all the way until Hexaghost if we can. So I guess we'll get rid of the Gambler's Brew. Attack Bot's way better than Skip, though. Whirlwind is nuts. It's a great card. It's also good with the Reckless Charge, because Reckless Charge costs 0, so you can Reckless Charge and Whirlwind. It's also AoE for our hard pool fights, which will come probably here, but soon enough. Here's a crazy idea. What if we just took a fight right now? We'll get an extra fire out of it, and an extra card reward. If we go to a question mark, we might end up finding like Golden Idol, and we don't really want Golden Idol right now because we're at full health. So the lose max HP option costs us current HP. Yeah, so I think we do actually want to take a hard pool fight immediately after this, which means Whirlwind's even better. I think Whirlwind was probably the pick no matter what our pathing is, but I want that fire. So let's go for it. Alright, this is pretty easy for a hard pool fight. It's not the easiest. The easiest is probably Blue Slaver, but whatever. Defend is definitely getting played. Reckless Charge is getting played, but I think we're going to bash and then Reckless Charge on the same target. So let's do that on the weak one. Set him up to die next turn. We could kill him, but his friend would do more damage. It does net block for 3, though. What would we like to headbutt? The bash. We're probably playing Whirlwind next turn, so maybe we'll headbutt the Reckless Charge so we can play it with Whirlwind. Okay, took 5. Shockwave's great. Pretty good against Hexaghost too. Hexaghost has some rounding problems, so he can end up attacking for like 4 times, or like if he attacks for 3 times 6, for example, he goes down to, or yeah, I guess he just loses 1 in that case. But whatever, he has big multi-attacks, and weak is good against people with multi-attacks, generally. Pommel Strike would be good if we'd taken the 2 Perfected Strikes we've been offered so far. But we didn't take either of them, so it doesn't have any particular synergy. We'll probably just grab the Shockwave. We've already got AoE for, instead of Cleave, we've got Whirlwind. And we're probably taking an upgrade on Whirlwind on the next floor. We're upgrading something. I don't see any argument for anything better than Whirlwind. It feels really bad to have an unupgraded Whirlwind because it does less damage than strikes. So you end up like playing your strikes before you play Whirlwind, and you're like, ah, this is all a waste of time. Three damage per energy is not a massive upgrade, but ooh, turn 1 Shockwave against Gremlin Knob is huge. Maybe I should have considered Shockwave at that fire. I didn't really think about it, but it's got a really good upgrade. Alright, this is always happening. I think Headbutt probably wants to go get the Reckless Charge. Headbutt also does more damage per energy than Whirlwind, so we should probably play Headbutt. Maybe we'll just take a strike, though. Let's see. So Headbutt, Whirlwind's going to do 2 energy worth of 12 damage per energy, so he's going to do 24. He's currently at 58, is that true? Or is that the pre-headbutt damage? Yeah, it's 58. So if we do 24 versus 58, he's going to be at 34. Reckless Charge is going to do 10, so it'd be at 24. I don't think there's any world where we're getting 24 damage next turn. Actually, with the attack pot, we can. Alright, let's give it a shot. We'll see what's in the attack pot next turn. Or if we need that. Ooh, maybe we just get it. So we're doing, yeah, we actually got him. 27 plus 10. Darn. Take that, Gremlin Nub. Health neutral Gremlin Nub. Heart of Iron's pretty good. Second shot at a disarm. That's nice. I was extolling its virtues just a second ago, so I should probably just pick it. Especially since we're past Gremlin Knob now, so we don't have to worry about him. Okay. Alright, I guess I'll take this over the attack bot. Here's that blue slaver. Nice of you to come. We're gonna play those 2 to block. This one's free, and I guess Headbutt does more damage per energy than Whirlwind. I'll take back the defend. Yeah, he's not that close to dying. We could Metallicize here. It saves us 6 health right now, possibly more health next turn, and frees up a potion slot. Our potion drop chance is probably like 30% now. Might be, let's see. So we have done a bunch of fights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our 6th fight. We've found 2 potions. Wait, no. Yeah, we found 2 potions. We got like a redraw potion and a thorn spot, and then we threw away the redraw potion to take an attack pot, and then we threw away the attack pot to get a Heart of Iron. So we found 2 and got 2 from an event. So 6 fights, and we found 2 potions. So it starts at 40%. It's gone up 6 times, so it'd be up to basically 100%. Is it reset? I thought it goes down by 10% when you find a potion. Let's check. Wiki! Yeah, if a potion drops, it chance decreases by 10. If a potion doesn't drop, the chance increases by 10. So it's gone up 6 times, or it's gone up 4 times and down 2 times. So it's gone up a net 20%. So we're actually due for another potion, so I'm going to use this. We're already blocked out, so we'll just attack. The potion bought us basically 6 damage and 2 health there. We're going to play a defend. Do we play bash or shockwave? I think we don't need the block, so we're just going to play bash, get a little bit extra damage. Presumably this is lethal. Okay, we got our Gambler's Brew back. I was correct. We were due for a potion. Alright, I don't think we want any of these. We do have an extra source of vulnerable, so we have 2 sources. So drop could be okay. I think we just skip them. Not too excited about Warcry or Cleave. Ooh, oddly smooth stone. Okay. We're at full health, so we should probably plan on taking the 2 elites. It is fun to go to campsites when you have Eternal Feather. We could maybe take the Mega Elite, but let's not try it. We could wake him up now. What's the benefit of waiting? If we wait, we can apply Disarm and Shockwave while he's asleep. Also, we can bash him. Bashing is really good. Okay, let's wait. Alright. Bash is a good setup. Probably waking him up next turn. We could wake him up with Shockwave, Disarm, Reckless Charge. Super weak wake up, but we'd be nice and defended. Or we could just wake him up with like Whirlwind, Reckless Charge. Say screw defending. I think I like the Shockwave, Disarm, wake up. Bash or double strike? Well, we've got quite a bit of vulnerable going, so let's just go for the damage now. Probably playing double defend headbutt. And we're setting up for next turn. Next turn we have these cards. So we should take an attack that costs 1, so strike. I would say we're a little bit behind schedule here. Took it a little bit slow. So let's try and catch up with strike, headbutt, strike. Yeah. Okay, 2 strikes are happening. Do we strike or defend? We have 2 turns to kill him, basically. I think we're gonna do it. Yeah, we should be fine. So I'll defend. I'm just gonna find 2 damage next turn. Ooh, Bronze Scales and Liquid Thorns against Hexaghost? Jeez. Doesn't seem fair. Battle Trance is a top tier Ironclad card. You generally just want one, no matter what deck you're in. It's good with Reckless Charge. It's good with Whirlwind. Well, it's not really good with Whirlwind. I don't know why I said that. Okay. Let's try and heal off this fight. I guess it's going to be double defend, Whirlwind, Reckless Charge. Let's Battle Trance first. And then double defend, Headbutt. And take back the Whirlwind, which is lethal next turn. So we healed off him. In fact, healed for 6. Nice. That's the max. We could take Heavy Blade here. I don't see any evidence that we're going to do strength scaling. We don't have any multi-attacks or strength scaling. So probably not. We could take Dual Wield. I'm not sure what we're looking to do with that. We don't have any powers yet, so we'd be like making a copy of Whirlwind or something. Seems kind of silly. Rage is kind of interesting. We've got a bit of card draw with the Battle Trance and some zero-cost attacks, so Rage would be a way to turn that into into block. Rage is particularly good if you get Juggernaut. It's pretty much the only time Rage is good. And we don't really have Juggernaut yet, so I think we're going to skip this whole pick. Alright, a couple of Lice. We just have Lethal on turn 1. Heal for 6. GG. I was the Whirlwind. Sword Boomerang is another strength scaling card. It's a lot less of a commitment than Heavy Blade. You can definitely just like put a Sword Boomerang in the deck and not feel bad about it. Cleave, I think we kind of got him covered with the Whirlwind. Twin Strike is another strength scaling card and probably the worst one. Compare Twin Strike to Flying Sleeves for a laugh. So I think probably Sword Boomerang or Skip. I think Sword Boomerang is the best card, but I'm not sure if it's better than Skip. Do we need more damage is the real question. Got Headbutt, Reckless Charge, and Whirlwind. Holding it down. We're basically able to cheese our way through the boss fight with Bronze Scales, Liquid Bronze. So we don't need damage for that. It's really just Act 2 that we're worried about. And I guess this Elite fight. I need to be exercising. I keep forgetting. I'm behind by 5 here. So I'm gonna go do some exercise. I'm gonna do stretches. Alright, I think we should skip. I already did the exercise. Decrement. Okay, let's fight into it. Ooh, these guys. Alright, so if we shockwave them, they all become vulnerable, not weak. And then we could draw Whirlwind. And that would not be a kill, but it would be a lot of damage. Let's see, how much would it be? It would be a 1236 AoE. So if we shockwave, Reckless Charge, defend this turn, we could get a kill on one of the outside ones this turn, I believe. Yeah. Okay, and we can use the Gambler's Brew to try and get that. Or we could just get it naturally. That's nice too. We'll go ahead and Battle Trance. We've already found what we're going to do this turn. But if we Battle Trance, we can draw the Daze and get rid of that. Same with the Sender's Bane. Alright. I guess we'll bash him. Alright, give me an attack. or 2 blocks. That works. Alright, Juzu Bracelet. The finest of relics. Got Bludgeon? Huh. That's kind of an interesting idea. We have a Shockwave and a Bash, so we can land vulnerable bludgeons on people. It's good if we get Necronomicon. Can make Bludgeon do some pretty relevant damage. Upgraded Bludgeon also does a ton of damage. Gets 10 extra damage. I think we're probably not in the market for a Bludgeon, though. I think we're probably taking True Grit here. We need to take something defensive at some point. And we've got several cards that say Exhaust on them. So I'm suspicious that we're going to take a Feel No Pain at some point. And True Grit's good with that. This is another exercise point, so I will do that. Down to 3. I'm going to do some push-ups. And get some more water. Probably shouldn't do push-ups. There's not really any point in doing them, and it's kind of tough on my wrists. I think Blessing of the Forge is worse than Gambler's Brew, so I will skip it. It's our last chance to get Golden Idol, which is pretty good. What else could happen? We get like Serpent and say no. We could get Fight the Light. I think we probably would fight the Light. Yeah, actually fighting the Light would be insane here. Reduce our health before Hexaghost measures it. Ooh, Scoured by Flame. So we could take another Sentry fight here. And I think I will. We're pretty well set up for it. Although if I can just grab the Relic and not fight them, I'd do that too. Let's Battle Trance. See what we can find. Ooh, no turn 1 Shockwave. We can't use the Gambler's Brew because we used Battle Trance already. Okay. Well, let's head back the Battle Trance. And then, do we double strike the outside guy, or double defend, single strike, single defend? I don't think we're killing this guy next turn. We don't have any, like, super big single target damage stuff. So we need to kill him the following turn. So let's put 1 strike into him. Alright, here's the Shockwave. I think we just Shockwave defend. We take quite a bit of damage, but I think we win the fight eventually. We don't Battle Trance because we want to draw a Whirlwind next turn. And we can guarantee that with Gambler's Brew. Okay, I guess we do have to Gambler's Brew. We can keep the Reckless Charge. And let's mulligan the rest of it. We want all this stuff in the shuffle if possible. Maybe we actually Reckless Charge before we shuffle. We would draw the days, but we want the Reckless Charge in the shuffle too. Okay. Let's see, it's doing 12 times 3, so 36. So yeah, so this is lethal on him. Okay, we just gotta draw a strike next turn. Alright, I got 2 copies of Liquid Bronze, are you kidding me? Okay. Shrug it off, super nice. Let's take that. Logs for a lot. Alright, we're below the 48 health breakpoint. That's pretty healthy to be going into Hexaghost. Don't mind that at all. Upgrade Disarm. Disarm's really good in that fight. We could upgrade Shockwave or True Grit. Pretty meaningful upgrades. I think Disarm takes the cake, though. What does the phrase "takes the cake" mean? What is the context in which you would take a cake? Are you like a cartoon villain? I don't understand. We defend to block all the damage, and then a whirlwind for the rest of the energy. The question is, do we drink Liquid Bronze? Do we need it? Take the cake meat to win a prize or competition. People as far back as the ancient Greeks used the word cake to mean a symbolic prize. Wow. Holy crap. That's a bit of surprising etymology. Huh. Weird. Did the ancient Greeks, what kind of cake would they have? Because, like, cane sugar is a New World, I don't know, plant, right? You can't have that until you have contact with the Americas. So, like, what would you make a cake with? Honey cake, huh? Interesting. Is that the same thing as baklava? Is that what they mean? Like honey cake? Because baklava is based on honey, right? I think we do just drink both Liquid Bronze, because screw you, Hexaghost. Okay, Shockwave Shrug is probably happening. And I guess Reckless Charge. We can't block this turn. So I guess we just play the cards. I'll take the Reckless Charge back. I probably want to set up Pendib for Act 2. I don't know, should I play 3 more attacks and then stop and wait for him to kill himself? Is that responsible? I could just take 2 Pendib here, or Whirlwind here. Looks like we're on track to kill him. No, 1 attack? We're not doing 60 damage with 1 attack. Let's see, if that 1 attack is specifically Whirlwind, we can do a max of 36. So no. We should just double strike. Get a Pendib here. Yeah, he is a fire ghost, so the thorns is a little bit abstract, that's fair. Great. I kind of like that about games, though. I like that games are like, we're gonna pay lip service to like a physical intuition, right? The thorns are like, I guess the idea is you have like a thorn on your shield and somebody tries to attack you and they like hit your thorn, like, ouch, I hit myself. Although, like, it's like staggeringly stupid. But whatever, people understand what thorns means, right? It's kind of it's an affordance without a physical backing. But not only is it an affordance without like a real physical entity attached to it, it's also just like completely abstracted into a game mechanic, right? It's just like, It's Thorns. It's damage return. Everybody knows what Thorns means, so it just works. Okay, don't ask questions. It's basically the game's perspective. I feel like taking a bunch of damage this turn, and not much we can do about it. He almost kills himself, but oh, that's right. It's a 2 times attack. He does kill himself. Okay, so offering double tap and exhume. Well, offering and exhume are typically excellent. Double tap is typically not played. So there's some intuition there about which one is going to be the best. We do have lots of cards that say exhaust. We have disarm, shockwave. I don't know why you would want to exhume a daze, but I suppose you could. If True Grit hits something unfortunate, we could exhume it. I wish I had a chance to upgrade True Grit before Act 2. How do we have 427 gold? I feel like you usually don't have that much at the end of Act 1. I think exhume is really good though. We don't have any special healing for offering. Although you generally wouldn't expect to by this phase in the game. Most of the healing comes in Act 2 in the form of bites. Actually, we do have some healing. We have Eternal Feather. So I was just straight up wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of stuck on this. Offering and Exhume are both excellent. Offering helps you get set up. Exhume helps you do weird combo stuff. I don't know which of those two things we're trying to do. Offering also just like, it helps you... Offering is better in hallway fights, right? Because offering is just like, play offering and then kill you, right? Yeah, if you have Feel No Pain and 2 Exhume pluses... Oh wait, no, you can't Exhume an Exhume. I forgot about that interaction. I don't know why that's a thing. If you like lose an Exhume to a True Grit, can you go get it? Because I know you can't... If you play an Exhume, you can't target it with another Exhume. But I think if you lose it to a True Grit, it would go into the regular discard pile, as opposed to the special 4 Exhumes only exhaust pile. If I could make one change to Slay the Spire, it would be to have this say Mega Exhaust, right? Just make that a mechanic. Because I hate that it's hidden. I guess we'll take Offering. We do have the Eternal Feather, so we're pretty good at resting. And Offering's good with Whirlwind. It's good at drawing cards and setting stuff up. We have a Reckless Charge and Battle Trance. I guess there's a bad interaction where Battle Trance draws Offering. That's not very fun. Yeah, exactly. Also, why? There's like so many combos in Slay the Spire, so many infinite combos. I just don't understand why, like, getting 2 copies of Exhume Plus is like a combo that needs to be forbidden, right? It's like, you have to play both as well. It's like not super easy. It is just a 3-card combo, which is a little bit easier than a lot of them, but like, I don't know. Another 3-card combo is like Hologram plus All for One and All for One Madness. Yeah, I think that's enough. Or I guess you need a turbo as well. But turbos are commons, right? And I guess you have to have the Madness hit the right thing. I don't know. like getting 2 Exhumes is basically impossible. It's a rare. It's not gonna happen super frequently. Yeah, I suppose. Um, it's too deterministic. But if you don't want the game to be deterministic, then like don't put Exhume in it. Exhume is always like makes the game play out predictably, right? It's like in this deck, it's like I play my disarm and then I exhume my disarm and play it again, right? Exhume is fundamentally a tutoring effect. You get to search and do something very predictable. So like if you get 2 of them, yeah, predictable stuff is going to happen. Um, I don't know. I like these both, but I'm kind of scarred because I've like killed myself with offering in a couple of recent runs, and so now maybe I'm reconsidering if I'm evaluating it correctly. But I just my intuition is this is the best card, right? Drawing 3 cards, getting 2 energy, it's absolutely insane. Okay, if that's the thing, then just make Exhume plus get 2 cards from your exhaust pile, right? Instead of, costing 0. Problem solved. Just like there's so many ways to design around this. I don't understand why they chose the one that involves like a hidden mechanic that's like very disappointing. But that's fine. Exhume and Seeing Red is now it's a 4-card combo that's not as reliable, right? Like, whatever. Um, yeah, I think I'll just take Offering. I don't see any reason why Exhume in particular is the best. We don't have an egg, so we don't have any special value out of Pandora's Box. We don't have White Beast statues, so we don't have special value from Sacred Bark. And we don't have question cards, so we don't have any special value from Busted Crown. So these are all just sort of facially valued. What you see is what you get. I feel like Pandora's Box is really good here. We haven't upgraded or removed any strikes or defense. And we have damage and block in our non-strikes and defense. So I don't feel like I'm going to be missing out tremendously on anything if I just like Pandora's Box and get back only attack cards or only defense cards. Sacred Bark is usually really good. It's a lot better if you have potions, and I don't have any potions right now. So that's a little bit of a weakness. And Busted Crown, I think, is probably worse than Skip here. I think Busted Crown reduces our win percent pretty significantly because we don't currently kill the heart, right? We don't have enough stuff. So Busted Crown prevents us from getting future stuff. So I think we'll just take Pandora's Box. What are we getting? Alright, so we got a Bludgeon, an Immolate, a Reaper, a True-Grit, another Disarm, a Rupture, a Cleave, Havoc, and a Metallicize. It seems like we didn't get very much block back. We just got a True-Grit and a Metallicize in terms of blocking. I guess Disarm kind of counts. Got a bunch of damage back. We got Immolate, Cleave, Reaper, and Bludgeon. Havoc is super scary. And Rupture is kind of a wild card. I don't know what Rupture's doing here. So can we currently lose HP from cards? We can't. Technically we can. Immolate can give us a burn, and burns count for Rupture. Okay, so we currently have 2 cards that shuffle statuses. We've got Immolate and Reckless Charge. So Evolve is a little bit better than it was before. We've got a Reaper, so we need to find some strength scaling. And that's our healing plan. So the Offering pick was good because we got a Reaper. Bludgeon is kind of a wild one. On a 3 energy deck. It's going to be hard to play. Yeah, okay, so I think we probably need some more block, given what just happened. Alright, we're trying to get collected. I see you, collector. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to collect me. We have a bunch of money, so going to a store is probably a good idea. Going to question marks is also really good in Act 2. We could go to this late store instead. I'm trying to figure out a way to go to these 3 question marks, but it doesn't look like it's going to be good. We could get 3 elites if we go through here. We could get 2 if we go to this guy. Either this one or that one. Probably that one, because we get extra fires. Okay, so let's just do the 2 elites early shop path. That seems fine. Fires are super good because we've got Eternal Feather, so we might get extra upgrades because we get healing there. Disarm's good in the fight. I think we're just going to do Disarm Metallicized True Grit and hope that True Grit hits Rupture. Darn. Okay. I guess let's Battle Trance, see what we get. There's Battle Trance into Offering, also into Shrug It Off. Ouch. Let's go ahead and Disarm and True Grit again. No, I guess we could just not True Grit and save the stuff. Yeah, let's just True Grit. Okay, we lost Headbutt, no big deal. Havoc is going to play one of these 2. Those are both fine. I think we bash first in case it's Reckless Charge. Well, if it's Reckless Charge, we could Whirlwind for 3, and then it would get 3 plated armor. Whereas if we bash first, somebody will get 2 plated armor. Actually, no, we're only ever going to Whirlwind for 2, so we're getting 2 plated armor either way. Ooh, Shockwave. Okay. He's attacking for 1×2. He's weakened and has -5 strength. That's gross. Okay, I think we'll just Whirlwind to death then. Oh, we didn't need to block at all, did we? Because we had Metallicize. Crunch. Right. We're a little bit behind in upgrades. Armaments would help with that. We also said we wanted some defensive tools. Armaments kind of replaces a defend. It's like a way better defend. None of these strength scale. We do have a Havoc already, so if we could took a second Havoc, it's possible there's a line we could take where we like get a bunch of powers and try to do a small deck thing. That's a little bit crazy though. I think we'll just take the armaments. A little bit more predictable. Alright, what do we got? Gross, nothing good. Centennial Puzzle's good. So maybe it's like Centennial Puzzle, Tauranthopter card remove. Costs 168 plus 169 is 168 times 2 plus 1. So that is, what, 344? 345? So that leaves us with exactly 100. So then if we card remove, we'd be 4 short of buying Shrug It Off. Why is Thinking Ahead so expensive? That's kind of crazy. We could buy like Shrug It Off and Swift Pot. Now let's just buy card remove. There's probably some bad stuff because we just Pandora's boxed. So we could remove the Rupture. Rupture is not doing anything. Havoc is also kind of bad. Yeah, I think I like removing Rupture. Also, I was wrong about how much money I would have, so I do actually have enough for Shrug It Off. I don't know why my math was off by 4. Or, wait, no, I guess it was off by like 8. Whatever. Ooh, the book. We have a lot of expensive attacks. We got a Bludgeon and a Whirlwind. So, a Bash. See, let's read the book. Sure, I'm game. It is a Necronomicon. Well, alright then. Necronomicurse is another infinite combo. Necronomicurse and Blue Candle is like, it's not even a 2-card combo, it's a 2-relic combo. Goes infinite the first time you see it every shuffle. You need like Feel No Pain and Juggernaut to like get a payoff from it, but it is an infinite. Do we Havoc? Are we afraid of just losing a random card from the deck? I don't think we are. I guess the worst case scenario is like Offering. Surprise Offering would be a little bit disconcerting. Let's give it a shot. It's Headbutt. We got the Offering back. Okay. Or we got the Headbutt back. Or not Headbutt. What is the card? Havoc. We got the Havoc back. Might as well play these two, because True Grit cannot exhaust Necronomicurse. Probably using Shockwave, Shrug It Off. Let's Shrug first. This is a very slow Ironclad. Okay, we can upgrade Bludgeon, and I think kill him right now. It goes up to 42, and then he's vulnerable, so it'll do like 60-ish damage, and it'll do it twice. Yeah, it's definitely a kill. Neat. I guess I should have Reapered last turn. I didn't realize I was getting lethal. Thunk. Alright, there's the Seeing Red for our modified Exhume combo. Second Wind, I think, is probably the pick here. Second Wind gets us a lot of block. We've got a couple of status generators. It exhausts Necronomicurse, which is always fun. I'll take a second Wind. Sure. Show me the... what is that card called? Show me the Bludgeon. We would get to triple Bludgeon here, because we Pended. No, Immolate's good enough, though. Get to do triple Immolate. And I guess Disarm? Is Whirlwind lethal? It is... no. It's 48 damage. It's off by 10. Shoot, everything's really expensive. Does Metallicize Plus cost 0? I think it doesn't. Just checking real quick. No, it doesn't. If you armament something and the process of upgrading that card would normally reduce the cost of that card, it does reduce the cost of that card, even if the cost has been randomized by Snecko Eye, which is neat. Well, we're already blocked out, so we might as well just Whirlwind him down to 10. And then kill him with a Headbutt. Oh, I wasn't expecting to have to make this decision. Okay. There's the Evolve. Combust goes with the Rupture that we just got rid of. Evolve seems good, though. We can Whirlwind Reckless Charge to kill the Mad Gremlin. If we Whirlwind for 2 and then Reckless Charge, it's not quite enough damage. If we Blessing of the Forge, it is enough damage. So what we could do is Battle Trance, Blessing of the Forge, Disarm on Gremlin Leader, and then Whirlwind Reckless Charge. I'm pretty sure Reckless Charge does enough damage. It does like 10 when upgraded. Yeah. So we would Whirlwind for 2, that's 16, and then Reckless Charge for 10. Yeah, that seems good. Plus we got some random upgrades. Oh right, that's gonna get doubled. We could double Immolate or double Bash. Double Immolate seems pretty good. I guess let's upgrade it and then double Immolate. We can Headbutt Havoc. I love it. Oh, that was the wrong card. Okay, I guess we'll Offering to draw it. Whoops. And then we'll play Reaper instead, because that's more health. Huh, the second one doesn't go off because I've already won the fight. Interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, there's a limit break. We have a headbutt, so limit break is in a bit of a special place. We don't have any way to start the strength scaling other than the red skull we just acquired, which requires us to be at half health, which is a little bit scary. We need to find some way to scale up though, right? This deck is like really defensive and slow. And now we've got like Necronomicon stuff is our damage. But that's not going to help us with Act 4. So I think we'll take the limit break. It's a bit of it's a curse right now. It doesn't do anything. But we might not get another shot at strength scaling. I know, right? It's such a painful situation. Also, it's against the second wind. I would definitely take a second wind. Second wind is quite good. Do we think we can just like get a win here with no strength scaling, or with no damage scaling? Because that's the current situation. But we have so much damage. Just like Immolate, Bludgeon, Whirlwind with Necronomicon. Like, we are just utterly blowing people up. But we're in Act 2, right? And I think we can blow up Act 3 hallway fights. Maybe, I think we can get wins in Act 3 elites currently. But like Act 3 bosses and Act 4, I think we're just not strong enough for. So I think we have to take the limit break. But I have to do exercise first, because BMod said so. Be right back. Okay. Yeah, I guess limit break. Maybe we can just hang out at half health, make limit break do stuff. Okay, what was our pathing plan here? We have to choose between this elite, and that elite. Well, both of these two have extra fires. But they both have the same number of extra fires. So it's like, do I want the fire now and then here, or do I want it here and there? Let's see, do they have the same number of other things? It's got 2 question marks, 2 fights, 1 question mark, and 2 fights. Wait, what? Oh, 3 fights. So I guess I'll go 2 question marks, 2 fights over 3 fights, 1 question mark. We do heal right now to full, basically. We heal for 25. Pretty convenient number, but then we heal for 25 again, potentially with no fights in the middle. So maybe that's not right. Yeah, I guess I'll take an extra fight so that we can lose more health, so that these 2 fires in a row are going to be more helpful. Yeah, if we go left, we can also choose not to fight the elite if it looks dangerous, which we might need. Alright, we have Thorns for the bird, although he is buffing on turn 1. Let's go ahead and disarm Chosen. She has a multi-attack too. And then I guess set up my size. Alright, Whirlwind knocks down Bird as long as we do it with at least 2 energy. I don't see any reason to not do it for 3 though. Double Immolate does not win. If we upgrade it, does it win? Let's see, upgraded Immolate does 28. 28 with weak is loses 7, so it goes down to 21. So we'd end up doing 42 damage. So we'd be off by 10. So if we can find 10 damage in offering, we get there. So we could find like bludgeon or something. Shockwave makes it work, right? Maybe we Shockwave and then like double Reaper if we're trying to get health. So this would end up doing how much? It's not going to tell me, so it's weak plus vulnerable are counteracting each other, but it doesn't counteract precisely, right? If you have weak and vulnerable, what is the ratio? So it's 0.75 times 1.5. So it increases it by an eighth. An eighth is not enough to round up for Reaper because it does 4 damage. So it would do 4 damage to both twice, so it would do 8 damage total, 16 AoE, so I'd get 16 damage health back. If I armaments it, I would get 4 more. Or wait, I only get 5 from Bird because it's only actual damage done, so it's somewhat less than that. I think actually Disarm gains me more health than armaments. So let's disarm Chosen and then double Reaper. And then double bludgeon to finish. Cool. Double bludgeon. Uppercut is something that's doubled, so is clothesline. Take another battle trance. I think the first battle trance is honestly almost too much. Let's see. No, I don't think we need an uppercut. We've got a lot of big attacks already. So I think we're just skipping here. 2 big attacks and a battle trance. Do we ever take battle trance? No, I'm a little bit scared of the deck getting really thin and feeling like it just has like battle trance. The single battle trance ends up being too much. Let's go. No, these questions are too good to give up for a Gam Whisper. Okay, unfortunately we healed even more, so we really don't need this fire. So we failed at our goal of losing health during that fight. But we can't fight this elite because then we go to a shop. But yeah, there's no reason to go any other direction now. We just gotta charge up to this guy. Okay, let's get an upgrade. True Grit, Shockwave, those are good ones. Armaments is good, Limit Break is good. Armaments does a lot of work though. Armaments, when you upgrade it, upgrades all the rest of your deck. And we have a ton of stuff that needs upgrades, so I think Armaments is probably first. Although we're going to get another one in just a second, so. Mercury Hourglass. Well, that's really good in a really slow deck, which this definitely is. This is like the deck where we found bronze scales and we were like, yes, exactly what I need. I'll just slowly bleed all my enemies to death. Sure. Alright, what else we got? Does anything become innate when we upgrade it? No. Let's see. Okay, so Armaments is going to upgrade all these things eventually in a long fight. So I think Powers go first. Or maybe a Limit Break. Limit Break I would hate to... once I find Strength Scaling, I would hate to play Limit Break without being able to keep it. But I think getting control over True Grit's really important. We have 2 copies of unupgraded True Grit, so let's upgrade 1 now. Alright, okay, we can get Bites if we want them. It's pretty expensive, and we don't have any strikes right now, so it just adds 5 cards to the deck. We've got some pretty good healing with the Reaper already. Reaper Necronomicon. I think we say no to Bites. Great. Avocado and Fungi Beast. Together at last. If we Whirlwind right now, we kill Fungi Beast and do a bunch of damage to Shield Parasite, then we also take a bunch of damage from Shield Parasite. The give and the take. If we Offering Whirlwind, do we get lethal? So we end up with 5 energy, we do 80 damage. No, we're off by 4. If we do Offering though, we might draw... We draw 3 cards with that, and then 3 cards with this. We draw 6 cards. So we have like a somewhat reasonable chance to draw a Reckless Charge. We could also just draw Bludgeon. Maybe Bludgeon does more damage than Whirlwind. Okay, let's start with Offering. Draw those 6 cards. we did get Reckless Charge, so we have Lethal. Okay. Neat. Wasn't expecting to win fights this way. Kapow! Oh, we had, oh shoot. We had Pen Nib. Okay, well, whatever. We're full health. I don't care. We don't need any of these. Sentinel's bad unless you have, pretty much specifically Corruption. Cleave we don't need because we have plenty of AoE with the, Immolate and the Whirlwind. Perfected Strike is way bad. Alright. Centurion Mystic. We could just Whirlwind Shrug Reckless Charge again. The same way it ends is the way it begins. We end up taking a bunch of damage if we do that. Oh, wait, do we? Because this hits for 24, 48. Mystic does not die. We do 48 plus 7 is 55, so we actually can kill Mystic here. I usually don't kill Mystic first, because then Centurion gets mad. Also, she's harder to kill, because Centurion protects her. But this time, we're killing her on turn 1, it looks like. Alright, well we're taking 14, so not too much we can do about that. Might as well reduce the damage as much as we can. There's no healing here, and I'd rather not like mess around in the fight a ton. I guess we can block out Armaments Shrug. Metal size. we're decently likely to just be able to wait until we draw back to Reaper. It's only 8 health though, and we're already healing for 6, so we're going to 67. So if we heal for 8, we go to 69 and go back to full. It's quite a lot of ifs tied together, but we could try it. We could also get Pen Nib better set up. He's at 25 and he can't heal, so I think we can flex on him a little bit. Let's shrug it off so that we are getting closer to that Reaper. And metallicize in case we get in trouble in the future. Alright, I think we just kill him now. Well, actually, if we Havoc and hit Shrew Grit, we block for 9 plus 4 is 13. Yeah, it seems like we just have to kill him now. 8 plus 12 is 20. Yeah, we have lethal. Okay. Flex is a source of strength, technically. Okay, Zucchini question. Super important moment for the stream. We got a Zucchini question from Burnface. How many different types of zucchini are there? Versus how many can the average person buy in a grocery store? Well, let me talk to you a little bit about taxonomy. So, there's this whole, like, kingdom, phylum, genus, species, blah, blah, blah system we've got set up for science. But in reality, the distinction between all these things are, like, super hazy and, like unclear, right? So, for example, like, polar bears and grizzly bears can interbreed, right? They're not, like, they're different species because in the wild they don't tend to interbreed, although as global warming is occurring in the Anthropocene, we're pushing polar bears into grizzly bear habitats, so that type of interbreeding is becoming more common. So we consider them different species because they look different and they exist in different communities, but the actual species barrier is not as clearly defined as most people think it is, which is interbreeding. And the same goes for plants, right? So the scientific taxonomy of plants typically stops at the sort of like the like easily identifiable level, right? So it depends on what scientists you ask, right? But I would imagine there's only like, I don't know, like 2 to 10 things in the like whatever zucchini family. But in reality, different grocery stores are going to be buying zucchini from different growers, and those growers are going to be using different horticultural cultivars, right? Which are like bred for specific properties. Maybe they like transport better, or maybe they taste better. And every zucchini in reality is different. So I'm not super familiar with the reproductive cycle of zucchinis, although I probably should have been before I like posted this Ask Me Anything About Zucchinis thread. But I believe that zucchinis breed sexually. Most plants do. So if that's true, then every zucchini basically is different. So the answer to the question, how many different types of zucchini there are, really depends on like in what context you're asking that question. So there's kind of like an infinite number compared to how many the average person can buy in a grocery store. And how many the average person can buy in a grocery store is probably 1. I think most grocery stores probably just carry 1 type of zucchini. So there's like a very large ratio between the total number of zucchini types and the number of people can buy in a grocery store. I don't think we're buying Flex, unfortunately. Maybe if we had orange pellets, I would take Flex. Maybe if I like could really reliably, like if I had 3 copies of Headbutt or something, we could take Flex and then like try and Headbutt both Flex and Limit Break to be our strength scaling. But we have a 25 card deck right now, so the co-occurrence rate of Flex and I think green and yellow zucchinis are different. They like have a different shape, right? The yellow ones have more of a like plump bell on the end, and the green ones are more like straight. So the current co-occurrence rate of Flex and Limit Break currently is approximately 1 in 5. And I just don't think that's enough, right? That means like if we go through the deck 5 times, we on average get 2 permanent strength. So that's just it's not a very good good ratio. Ooh, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. Wow, must have been an excellent analysis of scientific taxonomy. Convinced you. Oh my god, you made a short in college about zucchini? Dude, tell me more, Digital Charmander. This is amazing. Oof. Got some zucchini hate from BMod. I don't know. I don't know if that kind of sentiment is welcome here. Subs for zucchini facts. I love it. We don't have any card draw. I would love to draw a bunch of cards and then armaments them all. That's not really the situation we're in. We can armaments a Shockwave. We could Power Pot and then armaments to get a power and then upgrade it. That's kind of neat. Maybe we're using both potions here. To escape from being chopped up. Oh my gosh. We actually, hold on, I have a prop. Hold on. We have a zucchini swirler, so I don't know if you can. Here, I have to switch to looking at OBS to see if you can see this. But yeah, so there's a little grate on the bottom, and then this comes off, and you stab this pointy end into a zucchini, and then you like twist it through these grates, and you get zucchini noodles. There you go. That's something you can do with zucchinis. What is my favorite type of vegetable bread, and why is it carrot cake? Ooh, is carrot cake a bread? I have been making sourdough breads over the course of the shelter in place. And I have to say, I do not know exactly what the difference between bread and cake is. It seems like it's sort of a shifty boundary. Anger is good. Anger can be good. I think the time when anger is best is when you have orange pellets. Orange pellets is like, the big payoff for orange pellets is anger in Ironclad. Other classes have better orange pellets things to do, like particularly Defect and Bias Cog. But anger is pretty good. I mean, my favorite type of vegetable bread, to get back to Burnface's question, has to be myself, right? You have to love yourself first. Okay, so I think I'm going to drink both potions. We waste a little bit of health from Toy Ornithopter. We try to heal up to 77 and miss 2. But I think it's more important that we get an upgraded power this turn, and we probably need the upgraded skill to block, because we're getting hit for a ton. So let's see what the skill is first, and then maybe if it's amazing, we don't need the upgraded power. Well, actually, I'm not, like, super excited about Warcry, but, like, I am kind of desperate for card draw here. So I think I will take a Warcry over Sentinel. Sentinel blocks for 8. Yeah, but I'm not going to play Sentinel over Shockwave, so I think it's Warcry. We get Infernal Blade. Infernal Blade gets us a free attack, and it costs 0 when it's upgraded. I think I'll take the Warcry. Okay, that was a pretty bad outcome, so I think we're going to make the Power Pot too. Corruption, huh? It's going to be like that. Combust is kind of okay. This is an AoE fight. Probably do like 15 damage. Or sorry, it would probably proc like 3 times-ish, at least. When it's upgraded, it does 7 damage, I believe. Yeah. I think we take Corruption here, because it makes the Shockwave free. It's a pretty big deal. Okay, so then we armaments... Oh, Corruption costs 0. Interesting. So we could make the armaments free too. And then we could afford Reaper and Second Wind. Or maybe Reaper and Evolve. There are wounds in the fight, so Evolve's pretty relevant. Alright, let's play Corruption first. And then armaments. With upgrades, Warcry to draw a couple cards. Ugh. Let's discard the Second Wind. It's okay this turn, but maybe it'll be better next turn. And we've got True Grit, so we can get rid of Havoc. And then the only things left in our hand that cost energy are Evolve and Double Reaper. Reaper has definitely seen better uses than just poking people for 10, but it is what it is. I guess I should have made them vulnerable first. We just put a card on top. I didn't think about how we could just play that card with Havoc. But it was Second Wind, so it's not a good card to play with Havoc. So I'll take the True Grit. We'll get a couple of copies of Disarm here. Let's just go ahead and put that on the guy who we expect to survive the longest. And then let's Battle Trance. Oh wait, let's Shrug it off and then Battle Trance. Okay, we did find Immolate, so that's going to be the end of the fight. Okay. Acapulco. Fire Breathing's pretty interesting. Fire Breathing isn't exactly a way of scaling damage, but it kind of is. We've got the Evolve, we've got some status generators, we've got some deck thinners with the Second Wind and the Havoc. Alright. We'll get an upgrade here. Akabiko is also insane if our first attack in the fight is Whirlwind. What are we upgrading? Probably Limit Break. We still haven't found the strength scaling, but we need to, so... Powers tend to get played sometimes before before armaments, so sometimes upgrading a power is pretty reasonable. Evolve is a good one to upgrade. Fire Breathing's okay. Yeah, I think we'll just let Limit Break be for the moment. Take an Evolve upgrade. Draw more cards. Okay. Collector time. We're full health, so we're in good shape. Battle Trance into armaments is something I like to see. Disarm versus Double Bash. Maybe just Double Whirlwind. Maybe I shouldn't even played armaments. Beko? Okay. Or Akabeko? Akabeko? This turn is gross. So maybe we should play Havoc and try to draw something better. Okay. I guess I don't want the Cleave. How did a Cleave get in here? Is there Cleave in the deck? What's... Is there a cleave in the deck? There is. I must have gotten it from Pandora's Box. Okay. Do we just play Limit Break to get rid of it? It never matters in this fight unless we go down to half health. But we might go down to half health. I mean, I'm not, like, planning to go below half health, but I might anyway. I think I'll keep it. Alright, double immolate cleans up the little dudes. And then we can shrug it off or metallicize to block the collector. It seems like double immolate's just definitely happening. So let's do that. And then shrug it off blocks for the most. Metallicize gets out of the way. Shrug it off could draw Offering, which will let me block for more. So let's go for that. Okay. Okay, let's Offering and try to play some powers before he hurts us. Or we could Whirlwind for 80. Seems like a lot of damage. Hard to be 2 against Whirlwinding for 80. Alright, I'll do it. Shockwave Disarm does some stuff this turn. We could Disarm Reaper if we really need health back, but we really don't. I'm pretty happy with Shockwave Disarm. I don't think Armament's Bludgeon is going to be lethal. Should probably let that evolve. We're getting a lot of burns in our deck. We have no one to blame but ourselves. But if we play either of these, we're not playing Bludgeon, which would do 36, 72 damage. Possibly set up for double Immolate lethal next turn. I guess I like the sound of setting up for lethal next turn. Losing a ton of health though, but we can only block for 4, right? So I'm not missing much. Okay. Okay, well there's Immolate. Let's see. Is there any way to do this without proccing Pen-Nib? I think actually, yeah. I think the second one won't apply because he'll be dead. So I think Pen-Nib will be on 9. Yeah. Okay. Second Offering, second Bludgeon, or Corruption. It seemed like Corruption was really good when we generated it. It's also just like a really good card. It's a little bit scary. But we end up with a really thin deck. Let's see, how many cards are left in the deck after we go through the first cycle? 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, nope. The skill. 5, 6, nope. That exhausts. 7. So 7 cards stay. Oh, 8. It's a pretty thin deck. Seems like we could do some silly stuff with fire breathing, maybe. What's zucchini made of? Only God knows that. Only God can make a zucchini. I think mostly water and carbon. I don't know. A little bit of oxygen. Did you know that the if you were gonna name the most common elements in the Earth's crust, they'd be silicon first, and then Oxygen second. Most of the Earth is silicon dioxide. Hey, Alika, how's it going? Woo, party time. I think corruption's probably good. I'm a little bit afraid of it. Oh my god. It's zucchinis all the way down. Let's grab corruption. Maybe we can make it work. Ooh, what kind of tablet did you get, Allie? Calling Bell seems fun. We have a lot of ways to deal with curses. Although it does add a card to the deck that like doesn't exhaust itself. Fusion Hammer would be nice. Energy is really good. Maybe we take a Coffee Dripper. We've been stuck at full health a lot. Oh, Walk On. Yeah. Oh my god. Necro, Blue Candle, and Magic Flower. That's insane. Yeah, we're only a blue candle away. We had a blue candle in the previous run. Maybe it'll come back. We don't have a Feel No Pain, so we're missing like a pretty major part of the combo. Could you really exhaust Necronomicurse 100 times? Wouldn't you need like a lot of healing? Like Magic Flower doubles the healing, right? So you'd still have to like play bites or something to get the health back. Yes, bites. Okay, so Calling Bell I love, but it sticks us on 3 energy for Act 3. These two are energy relics. Which one has a more major downside? Well, current upgrade status is pretty much okay. We've got armaments that's doing a lot of work. We've got upgrades on most of the important things. We're missing a couple. Limit Break, Metallicize, Immolate, Bludgeon, Shockwave. Are sort of the major ones. Corruption, I suppose you could say. So that's not too big of a downside, but when we go to a campsite, we have Eternal Feather, so if we're forced to rest, it can feel like kind of a waste of time, because we're going to be healing for a bunch already. And so Coffee Dripper is kind of the opposite of that, right? Where it's like we're relying on Eternal Feather to heal, but we get to keep upgrading stuff. There are definitely some upgrades we need. Okay, so I think it's Coffee Dripper over Fusion Hammer, and I think both of those are better than Skip, but so is Calling Bell. So we need to establish whether Calling Bell is better than Coffee Dripper. What are we looking for with Calling Bell? Anything that gives strength is really important, and there's a lot of options for Calling Bell that give strength. There's like Gira, Duvu Doll, I always forget the name of Vajra. So there's like a bunch of options for Calling Bell, and it's really important that we get one. We could also get the other half health thing. I forget what it's called. It heals you for 12 if you're at half health or below. And that would make us feel a lot safer sitting at half health all the time. Yeah, the Necronomicurse plus Blue Candle combo is really good against Giant Head. Jesus. Zucchini on the bone. What does that mean? I think Calling Bell is really good though. Like there's just a lot of ways for Calling Bell to end up being good. And I felt pretty comfortable as a 3 energy deck, which is weird because I've got a lot of expensive stuff. Oh, meat on the bone. Thank you. Yes, zucchini on the bone. I feel like my name is misrepresenting me as a vegetarian because my name is Vegetable Bread, right? So you'd think I'm all like, yeah, vegetables. But actually, I love eating meat. I had ribs last night. It's delicious. Probably gonna have some more ribs after the stream. Got some leftovers. Don't get me wrong, vegetable bread's fine too. It's, you know, I like meat a lot. Also, great streamer, top tier. Calling Bell's way more fun to pick. We also have Pandora's Box, so we're kind of going for like max memes. Getting the most random relics. Let's look at the Calling Bell options for a second. And by Calling Bell options, I mean all the relics in the game. Let's see, it's been a while since I did this. Let's drag... What is the thing? That does it. Cool. Now we can all watch ads together. Hooray. Okay. No, go away. Okay, so we could get... we already have Akabiko. Let's see, I'm looking for the, like, crazy ones, right? Happy Flower would be really nice. Lantern's really nice. Preserved Insect is really nice. Fajra I already talked about. Boot. Warpaint's pretty okay. Warpaint, Whetstone are fine. Oops. Stop that. Kunai and Shuriken are both good because we have Necronomicers, so we can play 3 attacks somewhat easily, even though those attacks are expensive. It's a little bit late for an egg. Bottles would be nice. I think all the bottles are good. Yeah, there's just a ton of stuff like Gremlin Horn that's just like, just so good to get from Calling Bell. Self-forming clay would be great. Blue Candle would be great. We've got the thing, so... I know you can't get both self-forming clay and Blue Candle, but what if you could? Why do I keep clicking and dragging to scroll things? It's like I've never used a web browser before. Tori, Tungsten Rod, Old Coin are all amazing. Any of the captains, any of the ship cycle are good. Birdface Urn would be fine. Dead Branch, we have a corruption, so Dead Branch is an option. Fossilized Helix, Gambling Chip are insane. Yeah, there's so many good rare relics. They're just all amazing. Like, name a bad rare relic for this deck. Maybe Champion's Belt's probably the worst one. Even Stone Calendar's pretty good in this deck. Wing Boots is kind of weak. Okay. Let me switch back to the thing. Okay. Okay, yeah, Unceasing Tap is terrible. Wait, that's not a rare relic. That's uncommon? Where is Unceasing Tap? Oh, no, it is rare. You're right. Okay. Good point. Alright, let's do it. Yep, I know about that part. Okay, so we got Smiling Mask, Blue Candle, so we have the combo. And Stone Calendar. Stone Calendar is actually really great, because we're, like, super slow. Alright then. So... we have a combo. We don't have Feel No Pain. How do we find Feel No Pain? Do we go to shops? Yeah, I mean, Blue Candle can still be good. I mean, we have... or, sorry, Unceasing Top can be good. If we got Blue Candle and Medical Kit, then Unceasing Top is insane. But yeah, it's really hard to pull off on higher Ascensions. You can kill the Spire Elites on turn 1 if you have a really effective Unceasing Top deck, but you can't kill Heart on turn 1, so that's a bit of a bummer. It's a showstopper right there. We have to fight this guy if we want to go to Act 4, and I think we do. Which unfortunately puts us in a really difficult pathing situation. We have to fight 4 hallway fights, 1 question mark, and an Elite for him. Another question mark. So, yeah, that seems dangerous. Alright, we've got our Pen Nib up, so we can immolate for many times the normal damage. The first one is going to do 58, and the second one's going to do 21, is that right? So then we're doing 79 damage. Nice. And then we can Offering for more options. I guess we can just Offering now. Okay. We could Whirlwind. So Whirlwind first is lethal, probably. So it's gosh, 32 times 5? Yeah, that's crazy lethal. What am I doing? This is insane. Okay. We killed him with the first one. Akabiko plus Whirlwind is kind of nuts. We don't need any of these. This is not what the deck is doing. Falling, okay. Yes, thank you. I will remove the cleave. Alright, this is technically a decision point. We could go right, but then we would never get back 4, and that would upset me. Can I get a Whirlwind? No. Yikes. This is upsetting. We could play Ascender's Bane to damage ourselves and draw 3 cards. And this turn is real bad, so I think we're going to do that. Okay, we got Offering. Offering draws 3. Okay. Sure. And then Curse of the Bell. Now we can kill ourselves. Great. Oh wait, not great. How about we play Armament's Corruption Shrug? Seems good, right? And Shockwave is free. We can't draw any more cards. We are already blocked out, so we don't need to use True Grits. We could double bash. It uses our Akabiko, though, so it's actually probably not useful. We probably just want to wait for Whirlwind or something like it. Alright, your move, Darklings. Still no card draw. We could double disarm this one. Give him -5 and take 3. To keep the... Oh, I guess we wouldn't take 3 exactly. I don't remember what he was attacking for on turn 1. Oh wait, he wasn't attacking, he was buffing on turn 1. So we actually can't know. It is hidden information how much he will attack for if we double disarm him. Because he could be attacking for, I think, 2 different... his real attack could be 2 different values. It's randomized at the beginning of the fight. But since he's weak, we don't know which one it is. So we don't know how that's going to interact with disarm around him. We could just bludgeon him to death, but then we lose Akabiko on Whirlwind, which we probably want to do to end the fight. I guess I just don't care exactly how much damage it is, so I'll just debuff him. I ended up taking 4. Okay. Where is it? There it is. Okay. It's lethal, right? Do we need to wait for Reaper? We could Reaper first. Oh, Reaper does how much damage? What's happening? Yeah, Akabiko plus Reaper is that's a lot of healing. So we do this twice. The first one does 12. The second one does 4. So it ends up being 16 AoE damage. Or wait, it's more than that because they're vulnerable. This is not showing me the vulnerable damage. So it's that plus 6. So it's 18 on the first one, and then 6 on the second one. So 24 AoE. And then we'd have 1 health left, or 1 energy left for Whirlwind. So we do 8 more AoE. So it's shoot, I forgot what the numbers are. 24, right? Yeah, because it's 18 plus 6. Yeah, 24 plus 8 is 32 AoE. So we're not killing anybody. But we could second wind and block out, right? And we go to full health, and then we get Immolate for next turn. So why plus 12? Where are you getting the 12 from? Because this only hits for 8, right? Oh, right. Good point. Okay, well, I'll go to full health. and this doesn't really matter. I guess Havoc could kill them. Actually, Havoc is guaranteed to kill them because it's Immolate. Okay, neat. Fun. Thanks, Havoc. Flame Barrier seems good. We have a Corruption, so it's not going to be too expensive, hopefully. I also like Shrug It Offs and long walks on the beach. Let's see, what are we doing next in terms of pathing? So we're going to go fight some elites soon. Maybe fight this elite, probably, because it'll be extra fun. Act 3 elites and a Flame Barrier. Flame Barrier is like kind of just good against Nemesis and bad against the other two. I guess it's good against Giant Head, kinda. Can we kill Giant Head? I feel like one of the big obstacles for a run that relies on like Necronomicon and bonking people on the head is Giant Head. Because we don't have any actual scaling. And none of these cards really help with Giant Head. I guess Shrug It Off kinda does. That's scary. Oh wait, we have Blue Candle Necronomicon. We should be able to handle it. That's true. Yeah, we can set ourselves to exactly half health, which is kind of interesting. Alright, I'm taking Flame Barrier. I don't care what anybody says. It's just you and me, Flame Barrier. You and me against the world. Double Immolate seems good. Let's Battle Trance first, see if anything interesting happens. Nope. Now we can Headbutt the Limit Break, or we can Metallicize. Or not the Limit Break, the Immolate. Yeah, let's do that. We can just let him hit us for 5 to proc some kind of puzzle if we want. I guess we get more damage if we Whirlwind versus Immolate, because it does 18. Or we can just Shockwave and Evolve. It's kind of a weird turn. It's weird to Headbutt a card and then not play it. But there's no world in which we play Immolate right now. Yeah, let's set up the Shockwave. We don't really need the Evolve, but it's better than 8 damage, I think. Or, whatever. 9 damage. Alright, so now we can put ourselves to half health in the Limit Break. Seems like a really good idea. Disarm is not super effective against the Maw. But I guess I'll play them to make some hand room so I can Offering. Offering's drawing 3 cards, so we need to have 8 or fewer cards in hand. 3, 6, we could currently have 8, so we don't need hand room. Ooh, big old armament. Okay. So probably gonna double bludgeon then, because that's fun. And then fire breathing or disarm. Havoc plays one of these 5. This is a fine turn for next turn. I don't mind that at all. Double Reaper, shrug. Why did I have 5 energy this turn? Or why do I have 5 energy sometimes? What's going on? I don't think I have any energy relics. But I end up with 5 energy sometimes. Oh, it's Offering. Duh. Okay. Fire breathing He's guaranteed to do 10 damage, which is better than Disarm does. But he does have a pretty scary multi-attack, so I think Disarm is appropriate. There you go, multi-attack. I guess Shrug It Off to shuffle first. There's that fire breathing again. Really wants to get in the game. Okay, so if we heal for... Let's see, this is going to end up being 8. Heal for 8, then he hits us for some small number. Okay. Oh, it was more than that because of Pen Nib. Double Bludgeon is not lethal, or anything particularly close to it. Whatever, does damage. Maybe we can get him next turn. And heal to full. Whirlwind for 36, not quite enough. We could Battle Trance and look for Immolate, which I believe is enough. We have a 60% chance to get it. If we Armaments before Battle Trance, we upgrade Battle Trance and draw more cards. We have 3, 6, 9 cards in hand now, so if we Armaments and then Battle Trance, we only draw 3. So Armaments doesn't actually upgrade that. Does block for 4, but that's not much. If we play Corruption, we can't play Immolate. Unless we happen to leave it in the deck with Havoc, and we happen to play it. There's a chance we draw Headbutt Havoc, and I believe that Headbutt Havoc will double play a card with Necronomicon, so we could double play the Bludgeon for lethal. If we draw Headbutt Havoc, that's an out. Alright, so if we trigger the burn and then Battle Trance, we draw 3 cards, and we get rid of a burn, and we block for a little bit more than Armaments. I don't think we can do any better than that. While leaving 2 energy. Alright, we got Headbutt Havoc, so I guess we're doing that. I guess we're going to find out if it'll double play from the top of my deck. I believe that it will, but I could be wrong. Yep. Sweet. Okay. That's fun. Inflame. That's technically some strength. I mean, you know, it's not as good as a Gira, but it's kind of better than a Gira. I don't know. Are we really trying to strength scale with Limit Break in this deck? It seems like we've got too many cards. It's gonna be a 30-card deck really quick. We just have 1 copy of Limit Break and an Inflame. It's kind of a bad heart plan. It's too slow. It's up against Uppercut Plus, which does quite a bit of damage. Yeah, I think we have to go for Inflame. Maybe we can bottle it or something. If we get it bottled and upgraded, it's not bad. Although that's it's quite an if. Disarm is terrible in this fight. Whirlwind protects us this turn. So since we're protected this turn, we can play either Evolve or Fire Breathing. We can't play both. Seems like Evolve is more important, and it's upgraded. Uh-oh. I guess Inflame Bash is the damage. And then, oh wait, actually Bash is going to double play and Pen Nib on the second one, so it'll be both vulnerable and Pen Nibbed for the second one, which is nice. So it'll do 10 damage on the first one, and the second one will do 30. So that's a total of 40 damage, so we're taking 7. Not too bad. We could have used Centennial Puzzle to draw a card, but I guess I'd rather draw one next turn. 7's not too bad. Alright, double bludgeon will block out this turn. That means we're skipping Shockwave, which would be nice to hit. If we play Shockwave, we can play Reckless Charge. We could play Shockwave and then Energy Pot out the bludgeon. Actually, we don't really need Shockwave. He's already vulnerable from the double bash for the rest of the fight. Could we fit in a Reaper instead? It's super greedy. We do 12 damage. Oh wait, no, it's 9, so 18 damage. Yeah, he hits way too hard for that. Alright, we'll skip the Shockwave. Dazed is a positive effect because we have Evolve Plus. And we're not hitting our hand size limit. Limit Break double Immolate is probably the play here. We need to get an upgrade on that Limit Break now that we have an actual source of strength. Because 4 strength is not the goal. Double Immolate is going to do 25, 50, so we're still going to hit for 17. That's a bit. If we Battle Trance, we can draw Armaments and Offering, which would be insane. So let's try and get that to happen. Just Armaments. We can Armaments, which upgrades the Limit Break incidentally, and then double Immolate for, I believe, 31 twice, so it'd be 62. So we take 5. Seems reasonable. Oh, it's just 30. Oh wait, no, it's 45 because he's vulnerable. Okay, great. Just a couple of turns left. Whirlwind hits for 45-90, so that resolves this turn. We could optionally Offering as well. Seems like we probably shouldn't. Can we fit in a Disarm? So we disarm and then hit him for 60? No. Yeah, we have to Whirlwind for 3. I guess if we Offering, we could fit in a Disarm. But Disarm doesn't do very much for next turn, so we don't need to worry about it. Limit Break double Immolate's probably enough. Oh, he's not vulnerable anymore. So his Immolate's doing face damage here. I wish we could double Limit Break. That'd be sweet. We could use Energy Pot to Limit Break double Bash Immolate. What's the best top card? Bludgeon, obviously. Reaper's pretty bad. Okay, so if we Limit Break double Immolate, these are hitting for 32, so we're doing 64 damage. He hits us back for 23. And Bash would save 10. We could just Block Pot and take, if we use both potions, we take 1. Okay, so what does Energy Pot, Limit Break, double Bash, Immolate do? So we go up to 4 strength. This does 12 and then... sorry, 12 and then what? I don't know. 36? 12 and then 36 is 48. And then this does lots. It's pen nibbed and vulnerable, so it's 90 damage. So it definitely blocks out. It wastes the pen nib, or it spends the pen nib, right before we're going to an elite fight. Yeah, I think I just like limit break, double immolate, and then block pot. We lose a little bit of health, but it's not a huge deal. Okay. Second evolve, I think, is a no. One is good enough. It would be nice to get to a 30-card deck. That's a breakpoint for Eternal Feather. Although our next campsite's here, so that's quite a ways away. Actually, it's probably here. So maybe that's not a huge concern. Body Slam, we don't really generate enough block for that to be tremendous. Yeah, Pommel Strike is a no. Okay. It's Reptimancer. It's actually kind of good, because it means that our Mega Elite can't be Reptimancer. We can also just kill all the daggers on turn 1. I'm a little bit wary of wasting the Reaper, though. I guess let's shrug first. Now we can kill them with Whirlwind and save Reaper. Whirlwind also does more damage to Reptimancer. Man, Akabiko Whirlwind Plus with Necronomicon. Whew. 80 damage for 2 energy to everything. Insane. We can headbutt and do it again next turn. That saves us from the big attacks from the daggers next turn. Headbutt Reckless Charge is 16 damage, so we can't kill either dagger with it now. So we might as well target Reptimancer with it. I'll do the Reckless Charge first in case the Daze is on top of the deck. I guess it doesn't matter, but... Well, that was a lot of health. It is Whirlwind lethal. 33 times 6 is... Wait, no. 33 times 2 is not lethal, 66. So we need to Whirlwind for at least 2. And we need to survive at 14. Or we need to survive at least 14 attack. We could Energy Pot and then Whirlwind. And then it's doing 111. That seems like enough. I don't think we're going to wait until we get back to Reaper. And we've already used Headbutt, so we can't get it back with that either. So I think this is the Energy Butt, unfortunately. Ooh, White Beast statue. We were offered a Sacred Bark earlier. It's a second Inflame? Feed is also nice. It's a little bit late for feed, floor 40. We'd only get like... let's see. If we fed in every fight, we would feed 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Gain 12 health. 12 health is not nothing. Hope to... But that's just before the boss. We could feed on both bosses, feed on the Spire Elites, and then feed on the Heart. It's not really necessary. I think we're taking the Inflame. Having 2 Inflames makes it a lot more reliable that we get an Inflame before the Limit Break. So here we go. Healing for 15 is not too bad. Seems like we could use some healing. Okay. I guess that puts us above half. Maybe I should have thought about that more. Okay, turn 1 disarm for a bunch. We don't have Penniv up. Wait, what's his... Oh, he has extra health. Extra max HP. So we do 16 times 3 is 48. plus 8 times 3 is 24. So we do what, like 72? 72 is a lot of damage, let's do that. We play the Wrath? No, it would cause us to draw cards, and we don't want that right now. We can double Reaper, try to get some health back. Disarm is really good right here. Oh, double Reaper only heals us for 2. I think Disarm and True Grit need to happen. There's a lot of statuses in this effect. I don't really want them more from Reckless Charge. Okay, then we take 5 and draw some cards. Activating our Red Skull. We've activated my trap card, Nemesis. Oh right, if we Corruption Offering, we have 3, 6, 8 cards in hand, so we'd have enough. We can just Offering right now. Okay. We could Armaments and then Corruption. Probably want to play Fire Breathing and Evolve in this fight. So maybe we're skipping Corruption this turn. Second Wind seems really important to keep around as well. So then it'd be like Armaments, Inflame, Metallicize, Evolve, Fire Breathing. Sure. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, that's all of our energy. Okay. Give me your burns. Better for me than for you. I guess we're taking 15 this turn, because we have no draw. Bludgeon is only doing 2 damage. So I guess we play Inflame. And try and hold on to the health. Alright, Limit Break gets us 8 strength, go up to 16. Immolate is not lethal, so we probably need to defend ourselves instead. So I think we just Limit Break Flame Barrier. That blocks out. Havoc shuffles. I don't know why we would care about that. I guess Havoc and get Armaments is pretty good. I think this is enough strength. Ouch. Reaper on the intangible turn again. Probably want to trigger some burns. So let's clear out some hand size with that and then draw with Battle Trance. Oh wait, shrug it off first. Okay, Second Wind gets rid of a bunch of burns. It also gets rid of Writhe and Battle Trance, Havoc, and Flame Barrier, which are less good. We could just play Havoc instead. What's the worst case scenario for Havoc? Immolate. Whirlwind? Yeah, but there's like Shockwave and stuff in there. Okay. Okay, Shockwave, great. Alright, we're setting up for next turn. Double Bludgeon is probably lethal, right? Is there anything else we want to do before we exit the fight? I think no. I think we're just double bludgeoning and getting out. We can't get the Reaper back, we don't have the Headbutt or the Havoc. So let's just kill him. Ornamental Fan. Elixir is basically useless. I don't know why this potion exists. So I'll just take the Strength spot. There's a Flex Plus. Let's It's one way to get strength. I think we're good now. We've got the two inflames. Is it called inflame? It is called inflame. Very confusing. This color is called inflame, and this color is called immolate. They basically mean exactly the same thing. And the cards are about as different as they can be. Thunderclap, no. Havoc. Havoc has seemed pretty good. And it's with the headbutt. Can be pretty good. Exhausting predictable things. Playing them for cheap. No. Alright, this has to be our key, I believe. Yeah, Molten Egg is basically useless, so key it is. Alright, let's try to heal here. Yeah, double Reaper seems like it's pretty good healing. Okay, and then Second Wind for block. And I guess Reckless Charge on you. Double Whirlwind should be lethal here, right? 8 times 6 is some large number. Immolate is also lethal. Ooh, a Farian bottle. Well, that's useful. Rupture is definitely in the deck. That's infinite strength with Necronomicers. It's weird how Necronomic Curse is sometimes better than Necronomicon. It's like... that's not really the point of the thing, but, you know, it'll do. We're not really doing anything fun with Ancient Pot, so I think we're going to discard that. I've been forgetting to drink potions. We have White Beast statues, so I need to be remembering to drink a potion every fight if I can. Alright, I think we're going to go through these question marks to this guy. The idea being we want to recall at this fire. So we want to have full health when we get there. Also, maybe we'd fight a Act 1 boss. That's always fun. Oh my god. The Divine Fountain. Sometimes it happens. The only curse it's getting is Writhe and Curse of the Bell. Oh wait, no, just Writhe. Yeah, because Necronomicon and Curse can't be removed. Same with Thunderspan. Okay, I will remove exactly the Writhe from the deck. Sure. That's a really good event, so I'm not complaining. Alright, Mind Bloom. Do we ever awake? No. We're already at full health, so we definitely don't want the Doubt Curse. No longer being able to heal is a nightmare since we have, what's it called? Reaper. So we're fighting an Act 1 boss. Hopefully it's not Hexaghost. Darn, it's Hexaghost. How did I know? I guess this draws us 6 cards, so let's do that. Hey, we got Whirlwind. Do we Inflame and Whirlwind, or do we just Whirlwind? If we Inflame, we get Scaling. If we just Whirlwind, we do 16 times 5 and then 8 times 5, so that ends up being 8 times 15. Right? Yeah. So 8 times 15 is 80 plus 40, which is 120. We get Strength Pot here, too. Okay, if we Strength Pot, it goes up to... You can no longer factor out the 8, because it's a 18 and the 10. So 18 times 10, or times 5 is 180 divided by 2, which is 90. And then 8 times 5 is 40, so we do 130. Makes sense that we would add 10 damage, or 20 damage. Wait, it should be 20 damage, but I got 10. Suspicion. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to do math. I'm just going to do stuff. Okay, 136. Sure. That's a number. Yikes. 7 times 6. What a jerk. We're going to get killed by Hexaghost. Double Bludgeon is nowhere near lethal. Dang it. Why is it always Hexaghost when you Mind Bloom? What the hell, Hexaghost? That's not nice. We can block for 6. Well, I guess I'd rather double bludgeon than double immolate and block for 6, so I'll double bludgeon. He's getting us back for when we killed him in Act 1. When we killed him in Act 1, we had bronze scales and 2 copies of bottled bronze. So we had 9 damage return. Alright, we were just setting up our red skull. It's all good. Let's try this and draw again. And I guess play Limit Break. What is happening? I guess we have to block with Armament's Trinket. I'll play the Corruption too. Huh, we'll just kill you with the damage return. Stupid Hexaghost. We have 2 fairies in a bottle, which is kind of good and kind of bad, because we have Toy Ornithopter. I mean, it's extremely good, but it's kind of bad. Second Reaper. I mean, the deck depends on Reaper quite a bit for healing, so I definitely think a second Reaper is appropriate. Okay. I think we're healthy enough to recall here, especially since we kind of want to spend a fairy in a bottle, given that we're going to get a potion as a reward. Okay, Retromancer. We are looking for Whirlwind and Reaper. Those are the most important things. We don't want to play any attacks until we get there. We could play Corruption and then like shrug it off Disarm. If we play Corruption and then shrug it off, we could draw Whirlwind and then we'd be sad because we'd want to play Whirlwind. But if we play Shrug It Off, then we can't play Corruption. So I'll go ahead and play Corruption. I'll take that chance. Okay. We're not going to Offering. We don't want to draw 6 cards right now when we only have 2 energy. Actually, if we draw 6 cards and have 2 energy, Reaper is really good and Whirlwind is really good. So maybe we do want to do that. Okay. Whirlwind Immolate? Immolate is actually better than Whirlwind here, huh? No. Whirlwind is 64 damage on the first one. Immolate's only 58. Alright, you don't have to tell me twice. Guess we're playing all the cards. Second Wind blocks for 12, True Grit blocks for 8. If we could True Grit and Second Wind, we block for the most. That's not guaranteed to be possible because True Grit could hit Second Wind. So I guess it's 8 50% of the time and 14 50% of the time. So this 6 becomes a 3, so it's blocks for 11 on average. So Second Wind is 12, this is 11, Second Wind's higher. Alright, Ginger's pretty good in this fight. Double Reaper. Let's see, it does 6 2 times, so it does exactly 12, so it kills both daggers. Also heals for a bunch, which is nice. If we play Havoc, Armaments is good, Headbutt's okay, Inflame's great, Rupture's okay, Bludgeon's okay. Yeah, they're all fine. Okay, now we got Fire breathing versus evolve. I think fire breathing. We could end up in a situation where we've got daggers out. Need to kill him. Double bludgeon is lethal. We do have another Reaper we could get, theoretically, and a headbutt to go get it, but we won't draw the headbutt in time, because we'll shuffle next turn, so let's end it right now. Dreamcatcher on floor 48, very useful. We can't pick up the Heart of Iron. Oh well. I think these are all passable. Havoc Plus is kind of interesting, but I think one Havoc is quite enough. Second Armaments is... no, this one's not upgraded to. And third True Grit, actually, isn't there? Okay, skipping them all. We've already recalled, we're at full health, so I guess we're taking an upgrade. Limit Break seems like the obvious choice. Sometimes we play it before it gets armaments, and in fact that one armaments is really struggling to keep up with all the unupgraded cards in the deck. So we're kind of back to not assuming all the cards are upgraded. Okay, full health, 2 fairies. Seems like we're in good shape for the bosses. As much as I would love to double bludgeon, I think we're gonna flame barrier first, and then true grit the curse, I suppose. So we block for 23 and take 1. Alright, so be it. We draw more next turn. Double Immolate doesn't get quite the same value as Double Whirlwind does. It's something. We can Inflame before it. We probably want to Inflame just in case we encounter Limit Break. Before we get chunked down to half health. Okay, look at so. Obviously taking a ton of damage there. But there's not much we can do about it, that hand. Reaper doesn't do much here. Because of all the armor. We can Inflame Second Wind, or we could just Second Wind, depending on how much we want to block for. We could Havoc, too. Try and find... Actually, there's very few good outcomes for this. Corruption's a good outcome. Battle Trance is good. Most of the bad outcomes here. Hey, thanks for the subscription, T-Sid. Appreciate it, appreciate it. A couple people subscribed today, so I'll give you an update on the emote rewards. I have a contractor working for making emotes, and I made they're the same person who made this cool starting soon screen. It doesn't say starting soon because that's not what they designed it for, but this is what it is. Oh, vegetable bread. So hopefully those emotes turn out good, and then people can use them. I will be excited to use them. I think 2 strength is probably better than 6 health. So I think we're going to Inflame and then Second Wind. I don't think Fire Breathing or Havoc are worth keeping. Alright, we got Red Skull online. Shockwave is not very good in this fight. I can't take that much damage or I die. But Armaments is only blocking for 6, so I would still die. He does exactly 36. So there's no point in playing Armaments. So I'll just go ahead and double Whirlwind and eat a Fairy. Alright, here's that Limit Break. Let's Shrug It Off first and then Battle Trance. Let's see, Battle Trance is going to draw 3 of these 4 cards. Reaper is probably the best one. Oh wait, no, we want to draw both Reaper and Offering. We want to Limit Break, get up to 16 Strength, and then Reaper for a ton. Yeah, that seems really good. So we're actually going to Offering, even though we know we're not drawing. This is not a mistake. We're Offering just for the energy here. We'll Rupture before we Offering. So we Rupture, Offering, get some Strength, get 2 energy, go back to 3 energy, then Limit Break, go up to 18 Strength, and then double Reaper. Healing for a ton. Oh, almost messed it up. I said it correct out loud, and then I almost messed it up. Okay. Cool, full health. Alright, any attack kills either of you? Okay. Do we ever try and delay for the other Reaper? No, I don't think we do, because the most we can heal for is 16, because that's all their health. And that just seems really dangerous. Unnecessary. Okay, next fight. Time Lord, huh? I think just Rupture Flame Barrier is a good way to start. I hate missing a Disarm. Disarm's really good in this fight. Maybe it's just Disarm Flame Barrier. Skip the Rupture. What is Rupture good with? Burns, Blue Candle. Blue Candle interactions are terrible in this fight, right? We don't want to do that. Yeah, so let's just Disarm Flame Barrier. Try to take it slow until we're online. Okay, we can Inflame Reaper. 2 cards, heals us to full, basically. If we'd played the Rupture, we could get infinite strength before we Reaper. I guess we could only get, whatever, 9 strength. It's still a lot. Or 9 strength from Necronomicers. I guess it's 8 because we'd get the... whatever, we'd get plus 11 strength in Reaper. Be a lot of damage. But then he would hit us even harder. There's True Grit for block this turn. But if we do that, we are potentially drawing a Limit Break with no strength, which seems bad. We do have Headbutt here already, so Headbutt's a little bit early. We could technically like Offering and also play the True Grit. Potentially even more cards. We could play both in Flames if we're going to do that. Also, if we Offering before we Reaper, we get to heal that health back, because we're presumably healing all the way to full here. So the first Reaper does 12, and the second one does 4, so we're healing for 16. We're actually not even close to healing for full. Although this adds 6 to that, so we heal for 22. Yeah, it's basically full. Heals to 74 right now. So we don't heal the Offering health back, so since we're not going quite to full, Offering is sort of extra here. But it would let us play the other Inflame, which would let us heal for 4, which does go over full. And the True Grit blocks for quite a bit. Okay. 3, 6, 7 cards in hand, Offering safe. I don't think Whirlwind changes our mind. But what we want to do. And then True Grit gets probably the Havoc. I guess we could have done Necronomicers if we wanted to do nothing, but Havoc is fine too. We could double bash. It takes us up to 10 on the turn count clock, which is kind of a bad place to be. I think we just pass. Leave ourselves at 8. Battle Trance is a good chance of drawing us Limit Break. Shockwave's good this turn. Let's look for more block too. So we're getting hurt pretty bad. This is good. And then Shockwave, I guess. Well, I guess we're drawing Limit Break with Red Skull on, which is kind of good. Wait a minute. If we play Shockwave, we're leaving the clock at 11. So maybe we play Double Reaper. We're kind of wasting the healing, though. We only heal for 3. And then he gets extra damage. Double Immolate's probably better, because it does more damage. Yeah, let's just double Immolate. Shrug It Off draws Limit Break. And I guess we play Disarm. Actually, Fire Breathing's good too. Feels like Disarm's really important. He's got a big multi-attack. There it is, multi-attack. We can Limit Break again. He's gonna kill us, but if we get above 14, then he only hits us with, he only breaks us with the last attack. Actually, wait. No, if we play both of these, he doesn't kill us, so that seems worth doing. Alright, so we're at 18 right now. If we gain 4, we go to 22, yeah, and then he hits us to 1. And then maybe he'll like big attack us at 1. That'd be nice. Yep, he's big attacking us at 1. Sweet, okay. Oh, we have a burn in hand. Okay, so I think it's time to play Corruption. I guess we could play Metallicize too, that would block the burn damage. Stone Calendar's going off this turn. We're probably just killing him all in one big attack. And hopefully that's happening next turn. So if we draw Bludgeon next turn, or I guess Whirlwind is probably more damage than Bludgeon at this point. So if we draw Whirlwind next turn, we do 8 plus 32, which is 40 times 6. 40 times 6 is definitely lethal. Oh wait, no it's not. I mean it is, but it's not definitely. But 40 times 5 is 200. Yeah, actually no, that just splits him. It has a decent chance of setting us up for lethal. But not guaranteed. Okay, I think we'll just develop Metallicize here. Corruption is good though. Makes our Shockwave free. I think we're mostly struggling with card economy and not energy economy. So we'll just put Metallicize. Double Bash sets him up to be vulnerable. The second proc of Bash is going to be Pen-Nibbed. So it does 40 and then 120. Wait, no. It does do 40 and then 120. It does 160 damage. Jeez. So then we could draw a bunch of things that would kill him. Bludgeon, Immolate, Whirlwind would all kill him next turn. Maybe even Reaper would kill him. Okay, so let's set that up. At the very least, he's going to be healing next turn, which gives us a turn to set up. We play the Evolve. That increases our chances of drawing one of those killer cards by a little bit because of the slimes. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, we did get one of the killer cards. We could theoretically wait for Reaper. But I think we're just going to rest at the Act 4 campsite. So I think we're just happy to be out of the fight. Ending my turn, I'll end your life, more like. Coconut has decided to grace us with a presence. Oh, I guess we're at full health, so I guess we're taking an upgrade. I thought we were going to have to rest, but Eternal Feather says no. Corruption would be a lot easier to play if we go with the upgrade. Bludgeon would do more damage. So would Immolate. Shockwave would be a lot better. Shockwave's kind of sketchy in Act 4 because everybody's got artifact charges. And both the fights are a little bit long to rely on Shockwave. Maybe we upgrade Disarm. It's like really, really good in the Heart fight. And pretty good in the Elite fight. Maybe we upgrade Flame Barrier. It's also really good in the Heart fight. Okay, are we more worried about the elites or the Heart? I think the Heart, we've got a lot of AoE, so we should be okay against the elites. We don't have quite enough block for the elites, but it's not really a problem we can solve here. I guess Disarm helps against the elites a little bit. So really we want the best thing against the Heart. Assuming we're going to win the elite fight. I think the best thing against the Heart is this Disarm. So let's do that. Okay. Ooh. Clockwork Souvenir? Maybe we should have taken one of those flexes so long ago. Lantern is really appreciated as well. We could take both of these. What's Clockwork Souvenir do? Probably just blocks a, what is the first debuff the Heart applies? Okay, the first debuff is weak. So it blocks, oh wait, we're immune to weak, so it would block the frail. Blocking the frail is a pretty big deal. Vulnerable is a bigger deal though. Interesting. I mean, blocking anything is really good, right? We could buy potions. We have Toy Ornithopter, those are healing. I don't think we can be debuffed in the elite fight. I think the elites just do weak. We're immune to weak. Yeah, let me verify that. I have a really hard time winning with Ironclad, so I'm pretty excited to be here. Oh my gosh. Tried to click something, but then an ad loaded and moved it right before I clicked it. Actually, it probably blocks a strength down from the shield's bash. That's probably what it does. Okay, so the artifact charge is pretty meaningful in both fights. How long have I been streaming? I've been streaming since February, maybe January. I'm not sure, but not too long. About 5 months, 4 months maybe, depending on how charitable your rounding is. And I've been doing it pretty regularly. I consider it part of my job. I'm a game developer, so the intention of me streaming is I'm trying to build a community of people who like the way that I think and talk about games and the types of games that I'm playing. And then eventually this sort of transitions into me playing my game on stream, and trying to promote like people who go to the store page and stuff. But yeah, right now the game is so early in development, I can't do any of that stuff. So I'm just playing games that are sort of like that game. It's not going to be like super like Slay the Spire, but definitely turn-based strategy, and sort of in the roguelike lineage. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. So if I buy these two, can I buy a potion? So this costs 200 or 332. Nice. So 332 means I would have 47 left, so I can't buy any potions or anything other than evolve. If I do these two. You'd be surprised how similar web development is to game development. You should give it a try. I highly encourage people to do game jams. Game jams are a really great opportunity to like see a project from start to finish, so you get to practice all of your like iteration skills. You get to, cut features that aren't going to fit, and get familiar with tools and stuff. So I've done dozens of game jams. I do game jams all the time, and they're great. And I started out as a web developer as well. My first games job was whatchamacallit, Facebook games, back when those were a thing. You don't need a team for a game jam. I mean, teams are great, but like working together with a team is like, it's actually like a ton of overhead. Like you need to establish like the roles in the team, and you need to like build trust with the other people to do the things that you want to do. And like you guys need to communicate about something in a really like stressful environment. So I actually think teams for game jams are bad. I would encourage you to game jam by yourself. Is Lantern good enough? Maybe I skip Lantern. Maybe I take a Clockwork Souvenir and like 2 potions and a card remove. What am I card removing? Is it Bash? Is Bash over? Maybe the Havoc. Maybe Metallicize. Metallicize is not really good enough for Act 4. Yeah, I think Metallicize is probably the worst card in the deck. Is Clockwork Souvenir really better than Lantern? Maybe Lantern's better. Maybe I should skip the Clockwork Souvenir. If we Lantern on turn 1, we obviously have the crazy out of Whirlwind. Is Whirlwind on turn 1 lethal? Probably not, right? So it's 4 energy, and then it does... We don't have Pen Nib set up. So let me answer your Zucchini question in a second. So we don't have Pen Nib set up, so it's going to be 4 times 16 plus 4 times 8, which is 12 times 8, which is 96. So that's definitely not enough damage to kill anybody on turn 1 in the Spire Elite fight. Although it is good, obviously. I mean, let's just like bludgeon on turn 1 and then do other stuff. I don't know if we're really excited about bludgeoning on turn 1. We're not trying to like play a bottled demon form or anything on turn 1. I don't feel like we're tremendously energy constrained. Being able to play Shockwave on turn 1 would be huge, though. Is there any card draw here? There is Evolve. It's a backup Evolve. So for harvesting zucchini, I don't know. So I've only... Wow, you're a subsistence farmer, so you're probably way ahead of me on this one, but for me, I want my zucchinis to be like 6 or 8 inches long. But obviously, like, it depends on what sort of zucchini plant you have and like how good your conditions are for growing the zucchini, because like maybe your zucchinis are ripe when they're only like 3 inches long, or maybe you're growing, big honking 5-inch wide 2-pounders. It really depends on your zucchini plant, but I think I would go for like 6 inches. I think that's the 6 or 8 inches. That's kind of the zucchini target. Just realized you could like substitute a lot of the things I'm saying for phalluses, because zucchinis and phalluses are similarly shaped. So there you go. We're talking about like this correct size. It's getting me a little weird. I think I'm pretty happy just buying both and not doing anything else. I don't really need the card remove. I don't really need the potions. The potions are very helpful though. Yeah, actually, you know what? It's really hard for me to imagine Lantern being as good as 10 health and a card remove. Yeah, I think we're going to do Clockwork Souvenir, 2 potions, and a card remove. Can we actually afford the 2 potions and a card remove? This is 161. This is... which 2 do we want? Probably the Energy Pot and the Power Pot. So 161, 214, 270, and then 320. Yeah, so we can do that with actually a little bit of headroom. Okay. Alright, and it's going to be Metallicize. Free Evolve. Evolve is definitely good in these 2 fights. This one's unupgraded. But getting an Evolve on turn 1 in either fight is like huge in terms of card draw. I think I will take a second Evolve. Okay, alright, let's do it. Act 4. Here we are. Once again. Offering draws 6 cards here. I don't know. Actually, I've never had zucchini bread, so maybe I should find a sourdough zucchini bread recipe. Let's see if we rupture before offering, we could get a strength. That seems good. Let's do that. Alright, we can Armaments a million cards, which seems good. We also need to block this turn, and Armaments starts doing that. We probably want to do... like... We probably want to spend 2 energy on Immolate, because it's doing 60 AoE damage. Although maybe we just wait on Immolate and we do, we wait for Whirlwind or Reaper. I don't mind that, because there's lots of stuff I want to do here. We can like Armaments, Fire Breathing, Evolve, Disarm. Well, I guess Disarm doesn't really do anything, but... Evolve is really important because we're getting burns on top of our deck this turn. So getting those out of there is really good. And then Second Wind blocks a lot of damage. Let's see, it blocks 1, 2, 3, 24 damage. That seems really good. Let's do that. And we're not going to second Reckless Charge because we've got Akabiko up. Okay. So, Double Bludgeon is not lethal, it's 82. Double Reaper is also not lethal, obviously. What would we headbutt if we were going to headbutt? Probably the Immolate. We could Shrug It Off. We can headbutt Shrug It Off and then play Second Wind again. He's hitting us for 40 this turn, so that's quite a bit. So if we do that, we do 18 damage. We do blow Akabiko. We block for 9 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 8, so 40, so 49. So we block out. We do 16 damage. It seems fine. Now we need to turn around, ideally. We could turn around with double bash? Yikes. Our only way to turn around is bash. So that's fun. Power Pot is never a way of turning around. We could Energy Pot, so we could Double Bash and then Reaper, which heals us a little bit. Actually, if we're going to Energy Pot, we'd probably Double Bash, Flame Barrier, True Grit. Which blocks for 13 plus 8, 21. Seems fine. Hopefully this is the curse. No. Alright, well, Red Skull's up, which is kind of a good thing and kind of a bad thing. We could Limit Break for 8 strength, and then Whirlwind for 12 times 4. Or, sorry, we would get 2 more, or we get 4 more strength, so it would be 16 times 4. 16 times 4 is 40 plus 24, which is 64, which doesn't kill anybody. We'll just do 12 times 6 right now. 12 times 6 is 60 plus 12, which is 72, which almost kills Spire Spear. But not quite. We could actually play Necronomicon here for his strength, and then we could kill Spire Spear. If we want to, we could probably play Necronomicon for enough strength to kill Spire Shield too. That's going to take significantly more, though. We might be able to heal back to full in this fight. If we leave Spire Shield with enough health that we can Reaper him to full. So we need to leave him ideally with like 30-ish strength, or 30-ish health. And if we Necronomicon once, we go up to 5 strength. Whirlwind does 13 times 6. 13 times 6 is 60 plus 18, which is 78. So we kill him, and he's left with 66 health. And then each one Necronomicon we play reduces his health by 5. So we'd have to play it like... if we wanted to kill him now, we'd have to play it, 12 times? 14 times. So we'd have to lose 14 health. But we would kill him now. But then we would never get our 30 health back. We're also losing a little bit of health to burns here. We did play Ruptures, so those burns are each going to give us 2 strength. Let's play Necronomicon once, just so we're killing Spire Spear. And then Whirlwind. Okay, there's the Reaper. Man, I guess maybe we should have played it more. I didn't realize we were going to get the Reaper right away. Limit Break gets us 7 extra strength, nowhere near lethal. We could Limit Break Second Wind, which gets rid of the burn and an Inflame. I guess we could Inflame, Limit Break Second Wind, get rid of the other Inflame, the Flame Barrier, and the burn, blocking for 18, which blocks out. Also go up to 20 strength. And then we can headbutt back the Reaper at some point. There's the headbutt. We can headbutt Shrug, but we don't have enough energy to play it. We can Whirlwind him to death. We can headbutt Shrug and take Second Wind and then play it and exhaust this 1 card. So we'd block for 9 plus 8. Doesn't really seem good. I think we're just Whirlwinding here. We can't survive the damage. This is lethal, right? Yeah, it's lethal easily. I guess it's lethal so easily that I'll shrug it off just to look for a card. Maybe that card blocks for a ton. Shockwave does kind of block. If we Shockwave... let's see, we can also Necronomicurse to make sure that Red Skull is online for our Heart Fight. So our magical halfway point is 35 plus 2, 37. So we're actually already exactly there. So we're in good shape here. Okay. Alright, let's just end it then. I don't think we're getting anything better. If we Shockwave, he hits for... he loses, what, 25% of nearly 40 is about 10, so he'd lose, go down to like 29 or something, still hit us for 20. Yeah, that's way too much. We got Duvu Doll. That's a surprise. Start with 3 strength. That's actually really huge. So we're starting fights with 6 strength now. These are all terrible. Okay. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. Duvu Doll. That's really good. We could play Fire Breathing and let the Beat of the Heart hit us to draw more cards. I want to play Fire Breathing and Inflame, probably. And then just, like, True Grit, maybe? I'm not crazy about just letting the beat hit me for no reason, though. I mean, it draws 3 cards. We really want to draw a Limit Break, like, basically as soon as possible now, so... And we need to get Fire Breathing established. So let's do it. Battle Trance draws a lot of cards. We can True Grit and hope it doesn't hit Battle Trance or Inflame. Just to block beat damage. Let's see, we draw 3 cards, we got 6, or 3, 6, 7 cards in hand, so we can Battle Trance right now. Alright, I'll take 2 more beat damage just to see. Alright, Second Wind exhausts kind of too much stuff. I think we're going to True Grit and Evolve. I think that's the play here. Inflame is only 2 strength, so it's not a huge increase, although I would like to see it. But Evolve is really important to keep the statuses from killing me. Shockwave on turn 1 is nice too. Actually, we should probably play that Power Pot, huh? Okay, so I'm going to True Grit first so it doesn't hit the new power. Okay, good, it missed Evolve. Second copy of Fire Breathing is great. Barricade is actually pretty good in the Heart Fight. Since he like predictably takes a turn off to not attack. Okay, I think I'll take Barricade. We have lost some strength because we drank a potion. We can lose 2 health here. That takes us down to 36. Oh, 37 is our breakpoint, so we just have to play one of these. So we'll play Curse of the Bell. Let's get back to Red Skull. And then I'll play Evolve. Okay. We have Ruptured Necronomicurse. We can get infinite strength. That's true, we did waste the artifact for Battle Trance. I don't think that's a super big deal. But it is a thing that we did. So we really want to find Disarm. And we did not find it. Let's play this. Armaments is good. What is the upgrade for Rupture? I don't think I've ever upgraded Rupture before. Cost 0. Okay, well I guess that's relevant right now, so whatever. Do we do any Necronomic Cursing? Alright, First Dane, shoot. I want to hear that question. Ooh, wow. Fruit versus vegetables. Oh my gosh. Man. You really cut to the core of me with that one. I actually don't 100% understand the fruit versus vegetable thing. I think it's like you're comparing a horticultural term to like a grocery store term, and it's like there's no like horticultural definition for vegetable, but there is a horticultural definition for fruiting body. Like that's a so I think the distinction ends up being mostly meaningless between fruit and vegetable. Although words have meanings, you know, strawberries aren't vegetables. We have all decided that together, so I'm willing to abide by that. But from a horticultural perspective, I think that you could reasonably call a strawberry a vegetable. And then you could call a strawberry shortcake vegetable bread, and then that would be very exciting for me, personally. Okay, so we're taking 45 damage. We have no way to block, so we're dying. So we definitely shouldn't play Necronomicers. That's not thinking about the right kind of thing. We should just drink the speed pot for 5 health so that we survive. Right? Yeah. Okay, so now we're surviving at 2. Wait, we had an artifact potion. Why didn't we drink that on turn 1? Oh my god. Words fail me. That would have been so much better. I don't think I can... I think I have to restart the fight. I just didn't even see it. The Clockwork Souvenir plus speed pot thing. I think I'm restarting the fight. Sorry. Come on, button. Right, so this speed pot, it tries to give you dex down, but then we lose the dex down because of the artifact. Which is really powerful. Okay. So we're going to play this mostly the same. We're going to Flame Barrier to take 1 from beat damage. Or fire breathing, rather. Yeah, I hate to restart heart fights, because it's a fight that you're like... The whole game is like, you're building up to it. You should be like thinking a lot about what you're doing in the heart fight before you do it. So to restart is just like, why didn't you just think about it better? But in this case, I just needed to. I can't pass up that combo. Okay, so we want to Battle Trance next, but we can't Battle Trance because that wastes our artifact. We need to use the artifact on the speed pod. So maybe we play Inflame next, and then we don't Battle Trance because we don't want to draw... Oh no, if we play Inflame, we can still Battle Trance. Because if we really want to draw Limit Break. And we're pretending we don't know anything about the future, right? Because that's an important thing to do. So I think we would still Battle Trance to look for a Limit Break. Okay, so we're going to Inflame. That makes us take beat damage, so that when we drink this potion, we're still at 37, so we've still got the damage boost from Red Skull. So we're going to do this. And then this, so we can keep the dex. Okay. Okay, and now we're going to Battle Trance. Okay. And then we play Evolve, right? To catch the statuses that are in the deck. Hi Baylor, welcome to the stream. How would you use the Ancient Pot for 3 points of strength? Does it interact with Red Skull when you go above does it apply a negative strength debuff when you go above 50%? I've never seen that interaction. If that's how that works, I've seen it say minus strength when you heal, but I didn't know that would hit an ancient pot. Yeah, that's really strange. Okay, so let's play the evolve. We're taking more beat damage, but I think it's pretty important to play to get the evolve down. And there's no other way to do it. Okay, that's a better version of the first turn. Okay. We have Rupture Necronomicus, as I mentioned last time I was on turn 2. But we are in danger of dying, which is also important. So let's shrug it off. And I think Armaments and Rupture is probably the play. Let's use the Power Potion before we Armaments, so that we can upgrade the Power Potion. We got Demon Form and Corruption. Well, there's Corruption in the deck, so Demon Form is like adding a new thing that the deck didn't previously do. So I think I'm going to lean towards that. Do we still survive this turn if we play the Demon Form? We block for... Let's see, we block for 11 with Armaments. So we go up to... 19 block. 19 block, we lose 2, go to 17 block. So yes, we're surviving. We can afford to play 2 cards. Okay. Oh right, then there's also the heal from the Ornithopter. So this is more important than Rupture. I think Reckless Charge is not getting played, mostly to save the Akabeko, but also for beat damage. Oh, somebody corrected my pronunciation on Akabeko earlier. So hopefully I did it better there. Okay, so we're currently at 51. Akabeko, yeah. I did it right on the second try. Currently at 41, so we could play Rupture, which would cost us 2. Or we're currently at 51, he's doing 45, so we have 6 health to play with-ish. So we could play Rupture Necronomicus once, and we go to 1. Seems like a bad idea. Yeah, I actually have that plugin installed, or that, I have those things set up, but it didn't work when I tried it, so I have not retried it. I think we just end turn. Okay. We can Offering. Oh wait, Reaper. Maybe Reaper heals enough? 23? No. Oh wait, the second one is pen-nibbed. So it's confusing because it's... The first one is +8, but the second one is plus 15. So it ends up healing for 23 and then 30, that's 50. But no, it's still not enough. It gives us enough health to Offering, though, so we could Reaper and then Offering and then maybe block somehow. So I guess we Limit Break first, since we're really going for broke here. Okay, guess we're not dead. Yeah, disarm, totally wrong timing. So Offering costs us 8 health. Do we still survive if we take 8? No. We are currently surviving at 6, so that's wrong. If we Offering, what can we get that's good? We could play 2 copies of Disarm, which would be good later. I mean, we do want to get the Disarm down before he artifacts, so that's good. Do we increase or decrease our winning chance by Offering, though? We could draw a Void. That'd be bad. We could draw the other Reaper. That seems like it would be bad. It seems like what we need to do is survive the big smash, not die, and then play the other Reaper and get back to full. But then we're skipping a disarm, and this disarm is never going to land then. So we've got sort of two competing priorities, right? We want to survive this turn, we want to play Reaper later, and we want to play both disarms before he buffs. I said two, and then I listed three things, but still. So the only way we survive is if we draw, like, the best case scenario is, like, well, it's not useful now, but it's useful for the next multi-attack. How do we win this fight? If we get two disarms and a shockwave, I feel like his next multi-attack does like 15 damage, which would be really good. But we have to risk death to get it. So we'd have to get, like, specifically Shrug It Off or True Grit. Those are the only two things that make us survive. If we draw these, we do have an Evolve up, so these are kind of not in the deck. So it's like we're drawing 3 cards, and we have 2 cards out of 10 that make us survive. So it's like 8 factorial over 10 factorial with some other factorials divided by the numerator and the denominator. I don't know. I don't think it's correct. I think we just survive this turn. Alright. So we would have drawn Shrug It Off, so we would have survived. But whatever. You don't get to know that. That's not how the game works. Okay, we can headbutt back the Limit Break, and then next turn Limit Break a Reaper. Limit Break and Reaper. We also have Whirlwind here. We do not have Akabiko up. I love the OWO face. Is there a more elegant way to say OWO? The uwu face. If we Reaper, we do a bunch of damage. If we headbutt, we skip a bunch of that damage. Oh, whoa. You have to, if you're saying oh, whoa, though, you have to say it like Keanu Reeves, though. Whoa. Maybe we just True Grit to block beat damage and headbutt back the Limit Break. Disarm is well and truly useless now, unless we Shrug It Off and draw it right now. It's weird that you read it as a sound, Burn Face. It never occurred to me to read it as a sound. I always just read it as a face. Hello, Timmy Top Deck. Seems that your arrival is well timed because we're considering Headbutt to control our top deck. What is the biggest zucchini I've ever held? I don't think I've ever held like a particularly large zucchini. We got like a pretty big one from Whole Foods one time, but it was just like I don't know, it was like 8 inches long and like 2 inches wide at the like gourd bulgy part. It was a yellow zucchini. Yeah, I think we're just gonna shrug the bash away. Bash is never gonna be good, right? And then headbutt back the Limit Break. We don't have Juggernaut this time. The first playthrough we played Juggernaut on turn 1, but this time we played Demons 1. Alright, I'm gonna need that Reaper. Thank you. Alright, so Disarm is useless because he has got artifact charges. We could Havoc and play the Evolve, or we could exhaust a burn. That's exciting. That's probably not happening because we have Limit Break Reaper. He's hitting us for 60 because he's a big jerk. Okay, so the problem in this fight, we're going to survive this turn. This turn we're going to be fine because we have Reaper. How in the world are we going to survive next turn? I have no idea. The mind boggles. Maybe we find Second Wind next turn? Alright, well, we'll let next turn solve itself, because we can't... There's very little we can do to control that. I guess if we played Havoc, we would get a turn closer to finding out what happens next turn. Well, we can't draw Reaper again, because it's going to exhaust. Alright, just casually Reaper you for 120 damage. Alright. It is really nice that the damage from the Reaper and the damage from the Thorns come on different turns. No, we used the first one to survive the first big attack turn. We can't kill him because there are limits for how much damage you can do in this fight. And annoyingly, we couldn't even kill him in 2 turns. I guess it's not that close. I thought it was 4 health away, but in reality, it's much further. Okay, so we need to block for 47. We can block for 11. That's nice. I guess we're offering. Trying to find more answers. We could evolve first and then offer. That clears up a little bit of hand room and potentially causes us to draw more cards. What cards help? Is it just Second Wind? It's like Second Wind and Flame Barrier. Shrug it off, I suppose, helps. So we want offering and then armaments, right? We never want to armaments our offering. Because we want armaments to hit, like, 2 Shrug it offs. Or True Grits or something. Are we going to get enough block with True Grits? I don't think so. We're going to have 5 energy. Yeah, actually, we've got 6 decks. Maybe we can get there. Okay, alright, let's see what the cards are. I feel like this puts us further in a hole, too. 6 health is pretty meaningful. Actually, it's 8 health? Yeesh. Well, we're not surviving with the current hand, so I think we need to draw. And then we need armaments to hit some other stuff. Oof. That's not helpful. Shockwave is kind of good. Havoc is here. Havoc can kind of do things. We have Headbutt Havoc. So what can we do with that? It seems like the best card, unfortunately, is Armaments, so we can, like, play Armaments twice is the best thing we can do. Yeah, we're losing. There's no way out of this, right? That doesn't help. That doesn't help. That doesn't help. It's fine. It's not good enough. Let's see. Okay, so Havoc could hit anything, right? So there's a 1 in 18 chance that we hit Second Wind, right? Second Wind would be amazing. There's also a 1 in 18 chance of hitting these 4. I guess 4 in 18. It's just 4 of them. Shrug it offs would be quite good. There's not really any point in armamenting before we Havoc. It saves an energy. If we Havoc and hit a Disarm, that's actually not very helpful. We'd have to hit 2 Disarms in order for the weak to affect him. Which isn't possible. Yeah, pretty much has to be Second Wind. But we could Shrug it off into Second Wind. Okay. So, I guess just get lucky. That's fine. Didn't work. We can put something on top, but then we can't draw it. We can play Shockwave, but he's got artifact charges. Yeah, we lose. Okay. We could Necronomicurse ourselves to death. That's an honorable Sudoku right there. Alright, I think the way to end this run is Necronomicers twice to get the max strength. Oh wait, we never played the Rupture. Oh, well, okay then. And then Whirlwind twice, get a damage cap, that's nice, and die. Not too far. Almost got him. Yeah, I wonder if we could have played that a little better, but I think we did just about the best we could.